Yep, you guys are live.
Okay, so
Is the deck too much there? That works. Thank you. Yeah, sure.
you have chat open.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, it don't get better than that. On play.
All right, Nuka, how's it going tonight? Tony will be back in just a hot second. He ran to go get an HDMI cord, so the audio isn't lagging the video. Sorry for the late start tonight.
I don't know shit. I don't even know how to play.
Since our mic setup's a little janky tonight, I'll give you the run through of who's playing. Brandon in the first slot. You know Brandon. You've met him. You love him. Jack. He's the guy with the cube from last week. Damon next to Jack. He's a baller. Let me tell you, he will turn all these guys out. He's playing for keeps. Spencer. Well, I don't know. He just kind of fools around. Colton. He came in clutch. We had somebody else in line. They bailed on us, and Colton was like, "Yeah, guys, I got you. I got you." Xander. He's named after a Magic card. Michael is in the white. Oh, I mixed it up. Michael's in the white. Xander's in the blue, and then next to him is Andrew, tried and true. So I'm going to switch the camera over to their gameplay here, and then I'll commentate over it.
I think that might hurt me more than you. Unless you're on lactose.
So Nuka, what they're playing tonight is called Pauper, and in Magic there's multiple rarities. And in Pauper, you can only use the lowest rarity, aka common. So it's very limiting what's available, but there are still like thousands of cards that they can use. This is like Jack in Brandon's favorite format. So the moment we brought up Pauper, they're like, "Yep, shotgun, we're in, we're going." So it's kind of like any normal given game of Magic. The goal is to get your opponent down from 20 down to 0. You start the game with 7 cards. Your lands are what they'll play on their play mats there towards them. Those are their lands. That's their like resource, and they tap it to produce mana, and then they use that mana to cast certain spells. Once they start throwing some cards down, I'll be able to tell you kind of more of their strategy and what they're playing. I do know that Brandon, his main strategy is to get 3 of these different lands out. They're called the Urza lands. So he has the Urza's Tower, Urza's Mine, and Urza's Power Plant. If he gets all 3 of those on the field, he gets a ton of mana. They produce a bunch. 7 total. Then we got, there's an example of one. Then Andrew over there, his strategy, it's called Madness. So he has effects that make him discard his own cards. And when he does that, then he can cast them when he discards them. Usually, they just go to the graveyard and they're spent. Like, you can't even use them. But if you cast them for your Madness cost, he gets to use those as well. So it's like very good value overall. Here we go. Brandon's starting with one of those Tron lands that they're called Urza lands. He's showing off one of his weird janky commons that nobody knows about. Andrew's starting off with a brand new card that just came out in one of the most recent sets, really shaking up this format. When it enters the battle, it's just like a 1/1, so it's not that powerful. But when it enters the battlefield, it deals 1 damage to Brandon. And then it also creates a blood token, which blood tokens enable his strategy, which is what it does is he pays a mana, sacrifices the blood token, discards a card, and then draws a card. So off that 1 blood token, he's drawing a card and discarding a madness card, which then he can cast. So it's like he's getting 2 cards for the price of 1. Coming in, Brandon played an island, so now he has colored mana, blue, and he cast an owl. I don't remember the exact text on it, but I think it's a 1/1 with flying. So Andrew's coming in with his red creature and trying to offer Brandon a trade. So if Brandon would have blocked there, both creatures would have died. Andrew's casting Faithless Looting, so he's discarding 2 cards, or drawing 2 cards, then discarding 2 cards. He discarded a Madness card and dealt 3 damage to Brandon off that Madness card. Yeah, Nuka. I'm watching like on my phone right now, so it's kind of that's why we got Tony running around trying to get the old HDMI cord. So Andrew's a 2-color deck, and so now he has both of his colors, and he just casts Faithless Looting again. Faithless Looting is probably the most powerful card in Andrew's deck with overall power level. He cast another new card, which really put this archetype over the edge. This is now one of the best archetypes in Pauper. So this guy, its madness cost is 1 black, and then it's a 2/2 with flying and haste. Haste means it can attack the turn it came out onto the field. Usually creatures can't do that. So Brandon's playing another card. Seagate Oracle. I think it's a 1/3, and when it enters the battlefield, he looks at the top 2 cards of his library, puts 1 into his hand, and the other, I believe, on the bottom of his library. So in Magic, the most important resource isn't your life, isn't your lands, it's cards in your hand, and the available cards that you can do things with. More cards, the more options. The more options, the more skilled player will be able to leverage that overall. So you can kind of see how both of these players are leveraging their play style and just getting more and more card advantage. Now Brandon's getting very close to having his all 3 Urza lands. He has 3 of them, but it has to be specifically one of each of those. So a tower, a mine, and a power plant. The card Brandon just played costs 5 mana. I think it's a 4/4. And when it enters the battlefield, he can look through his deck, find another copy of it, and put it into his hand. So then again, more card advantage, more card advantage. Andrew's got a lot of lands on the field for his archetype. In the game, it's called getting flooded. Yeah, Jerry, I was trying to get your ass in here to play some MTG. Maybe you got to come and play some other time. This would have been a really good opportunity. So based off of life totals, Brandon was at 5, Andrew was at 19. I didn't catch exactly how he ended the game, but I'm guessing Andrew took the game. The red-black madness deck won. So now we're going into what is called sideboarding, where your main deck in this format is 60 cards, and then you have 15 other cards as your sideboard. And then you play best 2 out of 3, and after the first game, you get to sideboard cards in and out. So if Andrew even wanted to, he could literally take 15 cards, pull them out, put them in, and then call it a day. But usually you specifically go towards the cards that you know are going to be good against your opponent's strategy. So I don't know what's in each player's sideboard here, but it would be, if Andrew had any land destruction, that would be a very good option to bring in to try and break up Brandon's Tron. When I say Tron, it's like a term that people use in Magic for Urzatron. So you kind of build up the Megatron with the lands, and then you get a bunch of mana. So Andrew's boarding in Artifact Destruction and some cards to affect blue cards. Brandon, on the other hand, is bringing in some cards that affect red cards and just some other life gain effects. Because Andrew, at least how last game went, he's really like aggressively dealing damage directly to Brandon, which is in Magic called Burn. That's the Burn archetype. Brandon's archetype is more of a mid-range, so it's kind of, you have aggressive, which Burn kind of falls into. You're trying to kill your opponent as fast as possible, get them from 20 to 0. You don't even really care how you do it. Mid-range is a step up from there. You're playing a little bigger cards that cost a little bit more, and you're just trying to stick a threat, and usually your cards are very powerful on average. Stick a threat and then kill them with that, and stabilize and just stop the burn player in their tracks, and then eventually you just take over and steamroll them. And then finally, the third biggest archetype is control, where you're playing a lot of spells. You're not playing a ton of creatures, but you are trying to stop your opponent from what they're doing, and then later on in the game, eventually you've gained a bunch of card advantage, and you can turn that corner and stomp them out. Ooh, Andrew's doing a really sexy play here. If you end your turn and you have more than 7 cards in your hand, you have to discard. So Andrew, what he did is he discarded a card for turn, and he used its effect for the Madness ability. Very rare play to see. It's a lot of fun. It's one of the perks of playing this deck. So here we go. Brandon just got his probably trump piece to Andrew. That's his third piece of Urzatron. He's probably going to play it next turn and then stick like a 4/4 creature and start beating Andrew's head in. Ooh, interesting. Okay, I didn't see that coming. He played an island instead. This probably indicates that he doesn't have anything to do with all of that colorless mana anyways. So even if he played it, it would almost be pointless. So we're seeing that owl again. And when it enters the battlefield, he gets to scry 3. Scrying is looking at the top X amount, which is the scry value. So scry 3, he gets to look at the top 3. Put any of them at the bottom and put any of them back on top in any order. So he's almost stacking his deck here. Yeah, Jerry, I kind of thought this would be a good format for you to tip your toes into, just because the effects aren't like super complicated. You And there are a lot of things that you'd recognize, like a lot of the cards that were played in years back still see play in this format. Like the Tron lands, those definitely probably got played back then. Fiery Tempers from Torment originally, you might have seen that. Brandon played one of my favorite cards. It's called Mole Drifter. So this has two options. You can pay 5 mana to have this 2/2 creature stay on the board, or you can pay 3 mana, and when it enters the battlefield, it just dies immediately. But the reason you'd want to have it die immediately is for that cheaper amount of mana. Let me rewind here. It has another ability tacked onto it that says when it enters the battlefield, you draw 2 cards. So for that cheaper amount, sometimes you just want to get it done, draw those cards. Or you want a permanent, you want a creature to kill them as well. So modes are modular cards with choices, tend to be very good. What we just saw there was a counter war between Brandon and Andrew. Brandon put the Mole Drifter on the stack. He cast it. Then Andrew played a card that pretty much said, no, you're not casting that anymore. Then Brandon answered back with one, and they went back and forth a little bit, and it looks like Andrew won that counter war. Because the Mole Drifter went to the graveyard, and everything happened first in, last out. We need to get some Magic Makes official tokens. We need to get a few of those. So, here's Tony, the man, the myth, the legend.
You ready to start?
Oh, yeah, we're going. We got Jerry and Nuka. Very nice. I haven't really put it on us yet. Oh, yeah. Thank God we're in the air conditioning.
What's the camera angle? Can you see it?
Yeah, we're good.
I'm saying ours before the top.
Bring it over to us here. I wonder how bad the leg is. Hey, not too shabby.
Hello, everybody.
What's going on?
You should almost lean that up somewhere.
Yeah, you're right. Well, there we go. Just so I'm not looking off camera.
Yeah, we should be able to look right there at it.
Yeah.
Very nice. Well, thanks for everyone joining. We need some better light in here.
Yeah, you can't see our suits. Suit up, our blazers.
We're official.
We gotta get. I'm gonna make patches for our blazers.
Very nice.
Pro play patches.
Very nice.
So we are really official.
Iron them on. Perfect.
I wonder if it would just melt the shit out of it.
Low heat. You gotta have to do low heat
Yeah.
somehow. Enough backing, maybe.
I've got to make Josh one. I promised him.
A shirt.
Yeah.
He asked about it.
Yep.
This stuff's still in the garage.
I told him, I was like, I'm going to keep wearing this so it reminds me to make you one.
And then he sees you every time.
Yep. We gotta do a whole new round. He updated the logo for the End RPG.
Nice.
So now it's the End Zombie Head AF RPG.
AF, nice.
AF, son.
It was A. I saw A before. So I was wondering if it was going to be AF. I'm still hot
Hell
as
yeah.
shit in this thing.
All right, I'm going to switch us back over to some
gameplay. Let's get into it.
Gathering. So, Tony, I've been giving them the rundown, kind of told them their strategy. I'll reiterate a little bit for you because you're fresh as well.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon's main strategy here is to get these 3 lands into play.
Mm-hmm.
And
What's he running? Yeah, I see some blue cards there.
Yep, blue cards. Those 3 lands, when you get all 3 in, they produce 7 mana total. And then they produce more and more and more. So he's just trying to produce a ton of mana and just swamp Andrew overall. Andrew's strategy here is called Madness. So he discards a bunch of cards, and when he discards, he can use the madness ability to cast that card when he's discarding it. So it's like card advantage.
So he just used a couple lightning bolts. It looked like
There he goes. That's
zap zap. Oh, and he's more. Oh, look at this. He's hitting him hard, right?
yeah. He just smoked him.
Oh my
He pulled
goodness!
out.
I could see that from a mile away.
Brandon had turn 3 Tron. He had all 3, but he didn't have anything to do with just colorless mana. He needed blue, so he was kind of a turn behind on that. Andrew's deck, he's just very aggressive. He's just trying to kill.
So is that game set match right there?
I believe so.
That's the first game down.
That's the second game.
Oh, I missed the first one.
Yeah.
Sorry, ladies and
So
gentlemen.
Andrew won both of them. It's best 2 out of 3 usually. And
Clean sweep. Congratulations, Andrew.
Good, Brandon.
Good work.
Yeah, so much for this being Brandon's like favorite format.
Oh,
You hate to see it.
it happens though. You know, he's just gonna have to brush himself off. Maybe change the mat. Maybe have him face. I don't know if it's a strategy to have him facing his opponent. Maybe he needs turn it around and have the focus on himself.
Now look at this high class deck box Andrew's using. Very, very high tech cardboard.
What's that
there.
run? What's that run for on the market? That
Oh, I
box?
dig them out of the trash can, like multiple every Friday Night Magic.
There you go.
I've got at least 50 of those just sitting around.
Someday they'll be worth some money.
Let's hope so.
You never know with this market. These kids these days will pay anything for a turd sometimes.
You see,
Or
Andrew's,
even bathwater.
Andrew has one of my favorite playmats ever. It's gorgeous. His fat arms weren't covering it up.
Oh my goodness.
Think you heard me?
No, I don't think those are fat arms. Look at those. I can see.
Those are muscular.
I can see knuckles on those fingers. So there's not. They're not sausage links.
Not yet.
Oh.
Oh, here we go. They're sleeving up again.
Sleeving up. I thought Andrew won too.
Yeah, but they're just gonna keep playing,
Okay.
just so we have a little more content. I think.
Why don't we just switch shift? If they can in there.
I don't know. How about you entertain the masses while I throw this HDMI cable up?
Perfect.
So the leg isn't like fucking atrocious.
So how's it going out there, ladies and gentlemen?
Yeah, check chat.
My phone's charging right over here.
Oh no, just tilt it sideways, the phone there.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I see. Just tilt the phone sideways, he says.
Big fan of that.
Yeah, they're casting. They're a regular old Cedric Phillips, Patrick Sullivan power couple.
I guess we're just gonna fucking run it back.
Sorry, I was reading chat there. I don't know what the delay is out there, but Nuka, I'm right there with you. I don't know the game. Hopefully, I can pick it up a little bit. Lucas should help with that. I might be more of a 3rd grader instead of a 5th grader.
Are you mono blue, John, or do you still have copper too?
And for the patches, I don't know if he's I don't think he's thinking real patches. I think he's thinking more of iron-on, like we did with our t-shirts. But patches would be way better. So then you could almost stitch it on, a little freehand stitch on it. Back to the game here. Camera angle got messed up in there. Just a bit of shuffling. We got some beautiful looking dice. I know Andrew has some beauties in that jar there. Our camera tilted funny in there.
Oh, we might have hit it.
Yep, just a heads up. All right, here we go. We're going to get started with this next match. Everything's shuffled. Cards are being dealt. What's the count on the phone? Is that their mana pool? Is it their health? Is it the
Okay.
Beautiful.
Not
That's
optimal,
what we.
but
Oh, that's
beautiful.
way more optimal.
Yeah.
This is. So then we can be frame ready.
Yeah.
Perfect. We're about to get reset here. We got an HDMI, so now we can just throw our screen up on the TV, run it a little better. No, you need to adjust it more. Here, take your phone with you, just so you can see it.
Thank you.
Yep. Late start. It's 8:05 right now.
Chain lightning face.
What you need is a Tux t-shirt underneath it. So that you can sustain that t-shirt. It's a really cool kind of bird. I would help you talk about that. Remember when we first started getting messages?
Is it just top?
All right, there we go. Get a little more light in here, maybe. You can see our faces a little better. We'll be. Looks like Andrew's off to a hard start again. I lost my screen, so I have really nothing content to talk to you about what's on screen. But a little bit about what's going on over here at the studio is we moved everything into the house, so we're out of the garage, so we don't have to deal so much with the heat. That's why we're able to wear these sweet blazers tonight. Otherwise, it'd be way too hot out there for this. The End AFRPG will be up and running in a couple weeks. We took a little break working on the rules. We'll still be streaming that conversation in that rules building session on Thursday nights, starting at around 7, running till 10 o'clock as always. Still striving to be live every week.
We on?
We are still on.
Boom. Okay.
We just don't have our side screen
Much more visible. No, that's fine.
for our setup, but we should still be good.
Now we can bring it back into us. Boom.
Look at that. I moved a little closer. Keep us, because I didn't like seeing my knees.
I don't like seeing my fat face, dude.
Well,
I'm ugly. Look at that.
Find your good side, bud. Hey, do we? Hey,
Actually,
turn,
that might be my.
yeah, turn towards me. I was gonna say. You tell me. You know.
Yeah, let's put it back on, players, dude. We are just fucking. Oh, wrong corner cam.
Oh, hey,
Jeez,
we're
man.
back live.
There it is.
Elk. So this is like I was saying. This is our new setup in the studio. We moved from the garage into the bedroom. This is what you're seeing right now. You can see our setup. We're R. Kelly in the closet over there. It's gonna work great because it's AC in this motherfucker.
These blazers are fucking hot.
They are warm, but we have to stay
Holy
committed,
shit.
Lucas. We
Yeah.
can't.
Oh yeah. No, we're professionals now.
Yes. This is very true. So what our lineup in there? We have 8 players at the table.
Going back through it, we got Brandon.
He's wearing the End RPG AFRPG shirt.
Yeah, that's the first run of those T-shirts.
It is
Pretty big.
If you got a hold of one, hold on to it.
Merch link not in the description below.
Not yet. Nuka was asking for a patch. She's like, hey, you gotta sell those patches. If we did like legit patches and not just the iron-on.
Hell yeah, why not?
Right. Someday we'll get.
We're getting everything figured out here.
Yeah, that's the most important.
Tonight was kind of a shit show, but
But we're
if you
here.
look at just like the Twitter, the Twitch stream or Twitch account, YouTube account, where all of the graphics have been updated. We've got a whole new OBS setup to run.
Good call, Jerry. We got to change the category to MTG.
Yeah.
That is a good call.
Yeah, that'll happen. That's going to be happening in post.
Hey, Matty B, you're out there watching. Hey, buddy. Good to have you.
Holy shit, look at him go.
But run through the order again. We were on Brandon there, and
Brandon,
then to his immediate side.
Jack attack. Jack is actually the guy on Brandon's playmat and sleeves. He went full bore on this. Kind of impressive. Next we got Damon. Heavy hitter. He'll take you down. Okay, watch out. He's innocuous. You'll be like, oh, this guy, he's really nice.
Hey, go take a seat.
Boom, you just
go
lost.
Take a seat again so he can introduce, we're going through everyone.
Then we got Spencer. You've met him before. He played a little bit of the old NRPG with us.
He's been here for game night too, wasn't he? Or no?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
Something. He's played a few games with us.
Yeah, he's the guy that we can call in. Definitely.
Yeah,
Some
Colton.
On-call players out there for sure.
Colton. Have you met Colton before? Were you here? Oh, you were here last week.
Yeah, I haven't had official meetings with everybody.
Well, Colton's good people. He came in clutch today. We were scrambling and
like always, but we're good at it.
Well,
we're good at it.
He's like, yeah, I'll be there. And as my Uncle Dave always says, showing up is more than half the battle, baby.
I was gonna say it's got to be
showed
something.
up. You
Yeah.
showed up. That's what matters.
Get some show up kids out there.
Michael, my cousin, he almost showed up late, so.
But he looks
got
great.
beaten.
So he looks great. He picked that outfit for no reason other than to show up here tonight. So I got to give him props on that. He's been here before on game night as well.
Yeah.
One time.
He's looking really preppy.
Yeah.
That whole
I was expecting he was coming from
private
school.
Catholic school
Is that what it
thing
is?
is showing. Yeah. No, he's not coming from school.
All right, then next down the line.
Xander, guy named after a magic card. Actually, magic card was named after him.
Ooh.
This guy, he got me into the card game Flesh and Blood, and then he abandoned me. So I'm a little upset with that. I was like, at the pre-release this weekend, where's Xander? Didn't show up. Okay, yeah. Come on, kid.
Story of your life. Being let down, huh?
Yeah, really. So all our lady viewers, we got a few single guys in the house.
Got a few.
You're looking at a whole table.
I was gonna say a few.
Roasted.
Imagine we're running a good 98%. And then last but not least, on the end is Andrew. He's been in the game every game as long as he can be. Even before he was able to get on stream, he was still into the game. And the game I'm referencing is the End AFRPG. So he's definitely in it to win it. He I believe smashed Brandon 3 games to nothing.
Oh, did they run?
They ran it already. I'm not sure what the rest of the table is sitting.
Brutal.
It looks like Michael and what was his name? Damon. Yeah, Damon have finished up their games.
What the fuck was that?
Well, I don't know if you guys caught that noise, but I'm not sure what it was. Maybe our first dono. 200 year.
It's a virgin in one We don't like to point it out, but yeah, probably.
No,
Statistically.
Lucas, why don't you do the math for us real quick if you got a minute?
All right.
And I'm gonna bet. Go ahead, bet your number real quick. Just real quick, give me a number. Jerry's at 200.
That's
I'm
good.
I'm gonna say
over/under.
218. I'm going 218. What's your number?
That's not fair. I know all their ages.
Just do it though.
I just add up all their ages.
Don't add them up. I'm saying give me a number right now, Lucas. Quit adding in your head. Quit counting the cards is what I'm saying. You're still counting.
Who the hell is Ghost? I don't know that guy.
Yes, that's my buddy Steve. Yeah, he's good
shout
shit.
out to Steve. How you doing tonight?
Yes.
Any song requests?
It'd be great if we could play.
Lonely Steve out in the Midwest.
Matty B says 110. You still haven't given us a number, Lucas.
I don't want to embarrass my friends, Tony.
Just give us a number. We're already.
All right, who do you think's slow playing out of these fucking fools? Usually it's
'cause
Spencer.
Well, Spencer's still playing, so I would bet on that. He was yapping my ear off today, talking about how he's gonna win this and that. So
Are you serious?
That's what he was hollering.
Oh, my money's on it would have been on Jack before this first round. But Andrew is gonna
That's,
smoke them all
I was gonna
now.
say what
Yeah.
I've seen tonight was Andrew just murder.
Andrew came to game.
That's good. We like to see it.
Matt, what do you want to play? What format? Pioneer, Modern? If you say EDH, we're no longer friends. I'm going to smash your computer. JK, we need it.
We wouldn't have it without
You sent it to me. Okay. Let me check this out. Oh, this deck list. Okay. So, Tony, get this. It's a green and white deck.
I like the colors.
Yep. It plays a lot of tokens. Are you familiar with the concept?
Token? Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
familiar with Token.
Not that kind of
Oh,
token.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no.
Sorry.
These are creature tokens. So, like some of these effects, when they die, they produce like a 1/1 creature. Or you, like this one, pay X mana, a green, a white, and a white. And then you create X white soldier tokens. So
Okay, them tokens.
you can just pump as much mana as you want into it, and then the whole set, all these tokens synergize together. So that's what Matt's going for. A Pioneer deck. What are you shitting about?
Josh is on the test account right now, and that was he did a test noise. That's the noise that we heard. I don't remember where I put my phone.
Well, it's good to know those are working, even though tonight's beginning was an utter shit show.
Hey, at least like you said, like your
Nuka,
father
what
said-
kind of deck would Nuka have?
Where did I put my fucking effing phone?
I don't know, dude. I can call it.
No.
This is great streaming audio.
Sorry, guys. Looking for my phone.
Give the mic the old rub down.
I know. I don't. Have you heard the audio yet? I guess.
No, not really. Matt, just a heads up. I don't have the marches, and I don't have wedding announcements, gala greeters,
Thanks, buddy.
and I don't know what the hell conclave
thanks.
tribunal
All
is.
people
Did Jerry call you?
Steve-O did.
Oh,
Appreciate
that
it.
a boy, Steve-O.
Oh, Jerry was just called. Hey, good work, guys.
Dude, you got some good friends.
They're loyal.
They're here for you when you need a
They-
follow, a view.
A phone find.
Boys and girls, thank you for pumping up those view numbers, because we need at least 3 consecutive, and we've kind of dropped lately.
We have.
It's all our fault. We understand what we've done. We're trying to move on, improve. Our friend Josh brought us in, had a little bit of an intervention, and yeah.
You know what he said? He's like, I'm on the test account. That was the zombie sound for the follow alert. Hide the alert bar on OBS, and you won't hear it again.
Okay. So what do you think Nuka would play? You have an idea of some of like the decks and like the colors and what the.
What do I
colors
think Nuka would play?
Yeah.
I barely know Nuka, so she
Dude,
just needs to pick her colors.
We played a whole game of the NRPG, AFRPG with her. Like,
Yeah.
how else do you get to know people?
This is true. But I would say it's only based off of color. Is my
You
only
think blue? My first initial is blue. Boom.
blue.
Yeah.
I like the mix though.
Okay.
The yin and the yang a little bit maybe. So the blue red,
Ooh.
blue black
Little
maybe.
fire, little ice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
Is
definitely
it-
like the white green.
You know what
That's a
they
good
call
feel.
blue red mixed together?
No.
In Magic, it's called
Purple?
Is It?
Is it?
Yeah. And that's my
Take the-
favorite
you can
color
take the call.
combination. Okay.
It's a viewer. This is
Hello,
like
viewer?
a live radio show right now. We can take live calls.
I thought you did. All right. Yes, mistress.
Wait,
No.
you have to have a
No.
significant other in order to have a mistress.
All right. Bye. Well,
Is
our viewers are demanding it, Tony.
what are they demanding?
I go change it to Magic the Gathering.
Oh yeah, go for it.
They're sick of talking to each other, I guess.
No, we got time.
Chat's not big enough. Well,
Because what are we in right now? Just chatting.
no, we're in board games.
Yeah. Go
yeah.
change it. I
Yes.
mean, it'll take you just a minute.
Yes, master.
I can see him. They're out there. Oh, he's going. Okay, people, just cool your fucking jets before I have to get up in this bitch and snap on every one of you in chat. Okay. Done. Oh, now I can't even see chat. Fuck. Don't talk too much shit. How is the audio? Honestly. I mean, no one's complained about it, so it's got to be good, I would think. Just for tossing it up. I mean, it's hanging on to it. The leather couch we're sitting on, so. Oh, Jesus.
I know.
Audio sucks. You suck. Jesus. I'm sorry, guys. I'll try harder. Do I need to get closer?
Closer.
Or should I be further away? Jerry asked, what's it smell like? I'm not sure what that is. Oh, the room. When you stepped into the room.
You don't want to know.
I mean, that's my guess.
So
That's
there's
my guess.
these big tournaments. They're called Grand Prix, or the tournaments formerly known as Grand Prix, because the people who make this game hate this game. And imagine a room full of dudes, and by room I mean a convention center with over 1,000 guys just sweating it out, going hardcore in that room.
Right.
Just imagine that.
I haven't experienced that personally, but couldn't imagine
You
it's
don't.
good.
You don't really need smell-o-vision with a description that good.
I mean, if you've ever been in a locker room, I've never been in a woman's locker
It's
room.
no, way worse than that.
Way worse. Oof.
Like,
The only women's locker room I've ever been in, it smelled really nice. It
Well,
smelled
there
like
you go.
perfume.
Well, so any women can't reference what a locker room smells like when I say it smells like a locker room.
Yeah.
Is my
When we're
point on
talking
that.
locker room, we're talking like middle school boys' locker room. Smells like absolute garbage, right?
The new voice you're hearing is Brandon. He stepped out. We can actually change
Yeah,
camera to main
let's
table.
go
It
on.
looks like.
Yep.
Who do we have here playing?
Xander on the right and Jack on the left. Jack's playing Dinrova control, and Xander's playing mono black control.
Jack's got a sweet reanimator package.
Yeah.
did you say Xander?
Jack does.
Jack?
Jack.
Oh yeah.
Andrew has also joined us in the room.
So is this the mirror deck, the one that loops Ghostly Flicker and just can
No,
go crazy?
This is a deck that likes to slow play Dinrova, use Exhumes to pull Mole Drifters and Dinrova
So
Horror out of the bin.
what's Darova?
Dinrova Horror is a 6-mana 4/4, I believe, that when it enters the battlefield, it bounces a creature or a permanent, I think it's a creature, back to their hand, and then they have to discard a card.
Yeah, I think it is a creature. And then the other card you were talking about, Exhume.
Exhume is a 3-mana sorcery that says both.
2 mana.
It's 2 mana?
Oh yeah, hell
Yeah,
yeah.
it's-
Wow,
Yeah.
okay. Anyway, it's a 2-mana sorcery that allows you to, both players, to bring a creature back from their graveyard to the battlefield. And in Jack's case, he has a lot of enter the battlefield effects, which really helps with that.
And compared to Xander's Jack's creatures are just significantly better. It's so much worth it for Jack to cast those Exhumes.
How's the audio out there, chat, real quick, for the other people joining us in the room to commentate? And once again, Lucas, what is the phone count? What numbers are we seeing there?
That's their life total.
That is their life
Okay,
total.
that's what I assumed.
So Jack is above his starting life total, so things have been going pretty well.
Ooh, for him, yeah.
And then
Looks
Xander's
like-
at 7, but
This is a quick match.
Because
right?
that card on Jack's side of the field, the creature there, is a striped Riverwinder. It's a 5/5 with hexproof, and hexproof means your opponent can't target it with things. So Xander can't remove that creature without something like a Chainer's Edict.
let me teach you a little life lesson about the old MTG here, Tony.
Yeah.
There's an old saying. Andrew, what am I about to say?
I don't know.
He doesn't know
Just
which
say
one.
You know, Life is a resource.
Life is a resource.
You are still alive at one life.
100%.
All right, baby.
Oh,
So-
there's a Gurmag.
Because you can throw a lot of damage.
Oh, when he
in
cast
one-
down the Gangler.
You can throw a lot of damage in one round, like one turn.
Oh,
Oh,
hell
yeah.
yeah.
Like countless amounts.
There are infinite loops in this format.
Yes.
And I thought that's kind of what Jack was doing. He's doing a little something different. Jack likes to spice it up.
Okay.
He does not like to follow the crowd. He does his original builds.
Going against the grain, I like it.
Yeah,
I
but-
like it a lot. He's got a lot of cards out
see
there,
some
so
cool
just based
spice
off
out
of that,
there.
I'm like, he's fucking him up.
So
No
all of the
life
stuff,
left.
all the stuff on the bottom is lands. Jack only
Yeah, I
has
see
one
that.
creature out, and then that big pile next to his library, that's his graveyard. Or that's
Those are like his spent.
those are
Yeah.
that might be revealed cards actually. Now that I'm looking at it, because Xander might have duressed him.
Look at this. He just pulled some life back.
There it is.
And
That's the
just-
ball game.
And
Looks like Jack won.
And Jack
And you
wins
can
that.
kind of tell that because if you looked at Xander, he only had lands on the field.
Yep, no monsters.
Yeah.
No,
He had
no
nothing in
spells, yeah.
hand. Jack had a 5/5. That takes him down in 4 turns.
Yep.
So, the
When you
moment
say 5/5, what are you referencing?
Power toughness.
Thank you.
it-
Power is like his attack.
Yep, toughness is its life.
defense. Yeah.
bingo,
Okay.
you
Perfect.
nailed it.
Toughness can also be referred to as butt too. People like to call it that.
Ooh.
With things with a big toughness has a big butt.
Big booty Judy.
Yep.
Ooh. Are we gonna see any big asses out there tonight?
I got
on the
one.
playing field? Let's take a look at this, Brandon.
I have
Let,
a.
us
some
look at
ass.
that big ass.
Yeah.
I was gonna say a good way to represent like.
Here we go.
When
This
you say-
turned
Look
into
at the
Anna
toughness
ass.
on this thing. My God.
I gotta read that card. I'm not familiar with that bad boy.
Oh, that's
This is a
7.
homebrew.
Big dumper on this thing.
So I'm really hoping.
My goodness, there's 3 C's there.
Yes, sir.
Let me see that guy.
5'7",
Tony
dude.
just passed me right up.
Sorry, I didn't realize the rotation was going to.
Yeah, it's really good.
Pass the magic card to the left one side.
Pass the magic card.
Yeah, the original version was a lot better for that song.
Every time.
But
So Xander had a ton of lands. I don't know if he got flooded or what. I know control decks, you want a bunch of lands so
Yeah.
you have available mana resources, but it just seemed like way too many.
I think Xander might have gotten flooded.
I don't think so. I think Xander actually had a pretty consistent card draw between lands and spells.
Yeah.
He just got really unlucky with.
Go back
Jack
to that
just
round
had
one.
every single removal in the book for everything.
can't.
All right,
Well-
boys, you're gonna have to go out and play again.
Yeah.
Let's get Damon and Xander on stream.
Okay.
Well, can you go back to round 1 so we can see the standings on that?
Yeah. All right. So it's a Swiss round. Like, if you win, or the tournament structure is like, if you win, you get 3 points, 3 of these hypothetical points. If you tie, you get 1 point. If you lose, you get 0 points. So as the standings look right now, there's only half of the people have points, half of the people don't have points. Andrew won his round. Michael won his round. Jack won his round, and Spencer.
Can you
The
get
other 4 are just big losers, and I don't know why.
Can
they
you get a
showed up.
breakdown of if it was sweeps or not? Who went to 3 games is what I'm curious about.
Oh,
You had it pulled up at 1 second.
oh, here we go. Here we go. This app is a little rough to use. You know, I could figure it out based off of those percentages, but
Okay.
I'm pretty spent after today.
Long days.
Yeah.
Hopefully you can get some good sleep.
Oh, what the hell?
Nuka's trying to roll a d6.
Yeah, Nuka, we're switching things up. So, like, I don't know if the guy who's changing some of our graphics and stuff messed with the stream elements. We had it up. He might have taken it down. We might be going to Stream Labs. And so all those programs haven't carried over yet.
Hey, who do we got here? R Smasher Cody?
Ooh, that's our boy Cody.
Okay.
He had to work tonight. I told him, if you can't make it and play tonight, you have to watch.
And there he goes. He's following
Yeah.
through. Way to go, Cody. Appreciate your being here for the viewers and also joining the chat. Welcome.
Don't forget to follow, subscribe. comment in the thing.
You know what? I think, like you said before, the theme of the night is just showing up. And you did, Cody. We appreciate it.
Attaboy, thank you.
We definitely appreciate it.
Mom said it's my turn to play. Who's mom?
So yeah, if you want to, you can close that out back there if you need
We
to.
just hit 50, dude.
Oh, did we?
I think we just hit the big 5-0.
Hey, was it Cody?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah! And then we had the notification, which means Josh is hard at work for us behind the scenes.
And Josh is probably hard.
I mean, I got a little bit off of all
Yeah.
this, honestly.
He's gonna love me saying that.
We're getting the 50 viewers. We're live here chatting. We had the notification. It all feels good right now, honestly.
Yeah, Spider. I don't know exactly what's going on. I'm pretty dumb, so my theory was, I'm guessing, wrong. that notification is pretty freaking loud, though.
Can't wait to see y'all jump.
Jump, jump.
Yeah, Spider's Josh. by the way.
Oh, Spider.
He's explaining to you how you can shut that off so we're not hearing it. But if what we heard was from the 50 followers, I love
wanted
it.
to hear that, baby.
Yeah, agreed.
Rollbacks on this guy. What a filthy cheater.
All right. What we
Yeah,
got?
we totally did. It's right there, 50. It's totally what it was.
Yeah.
Right the fuck on, ladies and gents.
You think Josh is messing around?
No. I'm just saying we don't need to
That's
change
our boy.
it.
He is on point.
This one's gonna work.
Yeah, definitely. Good
So,
fucking work.
all right.
Back to the
Damon.
game. To Magic the
Damon.
Gathering.
You don't say Matt or Damien.
Damien.
You say
Damon.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
That's his name.
Is his name really Matt?
No, it's just Damon. But I
Middle
call him
name
Matt
Matt?
Damon.
Is his middle name Matt?
We can make it.
I don't
That's
know.
his stage name.
Okay.
Matt Damon.
Well, Damon Matt is what it would be.
Damon Matt is his stage name now.
Yeah, Damon Matt.
I like that. It's got a good ring to it.
It definitely does.
This kid's wicked smart. Okay. That's what I'm
Wicked
trying to
smart.
say. Don't look at his handwriting. It's that won't indicate how smart he is.
Oh god, I didn't even notice it. Way to bring it up.
His old chicken
So,
scratch.
all right, here we go. We're into like what? First round? Second round?
Yes, second round
second
of
round.
3. We got.
Xander and
You know, I don't
Damon
even really
Matt.
have a great way of describing this red-white deck.
Okay.
So how it works is he's got this card, Tireless Tribe,
Mm-hmm.
0-4, so Big Booty Judy. Then you can discard a card.
I mean, that's all
to
right, but
get
it's
it-
flat on the front side.
oh,
0-4.
you just wait.
Oh, you stack it. You got some
just
stacks on it.
Wait here, sir.
Okay, go ahead. Continue.
You can discard a card, give it 4 more on its booty, and you can do that any amount of times. So let's say Damon discards 6 cards. That's 4 times 6 he adds to the booty. All right, so 20 booty total.
That's the biggest booty
Wait.
I've heard.
I just I mathed wrong.
That's all right.
4 times 6, that's 24. Plus 4, that's 28.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 28.
That's fat.
Then he has a card that allows him to switch its power and toughness. It might be like a 1-4. I don't remember.
At will.
He switches it and then KOs him. One shot, 1 kill, baby. That's how he does it.
That's nasty. Sitting on the fat defense, switches when he's ready to drop somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Even if they get a little extra health, like Damon Matt did here at 21, he's still dropping him 1 shot.
And that's not even
nasty.
like, usually decks like that are kind of all in. This one though has a bunch of weird synergies.
Is that what he's
like,
playing now here? Like all these cards out front here that we have see?
No,
stacking?
So I'll get to that. I'll get to what Xander's doing here in just a second.
Oh, sorry.
Um,
was
Damon
talking
is
about
playing
Damon.
like artifacts, and then he plays cards that the artifacts draw him a card, so he's getting card advantage. And then he's playing a card that bounces that artifact back to his hand, and so he can just keep recasting this kind of shit, and just
loophole.
over time, just more and more and more assets get put onto the game or onto the board.
This guy got some more loops than Fruit Loops, is what you're saying.
Yeah, actually, I'd say so.
Okay.
So Xander played a basic hand discard spell. So he gets to look at Damon's hand, and then usually they're conditional. So it says like you get a take and discard a creature card from his hand. I didn't catch exactly what version it is. It's most likely either the card Duress or the card Despise. Very black mana kind of cards.
What was the first one? Distress?
Duress.
Duress.
Like you write a contract under duress.
Never heard the word.
Really?
Oof. Yeah, duress.
That card is a sorcery, so you can only cast it during your turn. And then on top of that...
You're correct. Matty B said
Yeah,
duress.
thank you, Matt. On top of that, you gotta look at their hand, discard a non-creature, non-land card. So, instants, sorceries, planeswalkers,
And is he just
enchantments,
keeping his hand
artifacts.
out to view the whole time then?
Yeah, that's just being considerate to your opponent who casts that. Because you, in a
And
tournament,
so as
like in
long
a
as it's
real
up-
live tournament, I would be writing down Matt Damon's hand. Mm-hmm. And then when he casts the spells, I cross it off. So I know it's known information. In Damon's...
Other than the ones he's drawing, which he keeps face down.
Bingo.
Which is beautiful to
Damon's
see.
a straight shooter here. And sometimes that benefits Damon on top of it.
Because
he
they
knows
give him a
what
false
he
sense of
knows.
security.
Oh,
It
hey, that's a good
it
play.
gives them the false sense of security too, where they're like, I know, but it's like, well, you know some of them, but I got some sleepers here that you don't know about.
Bingo.
It's
So
it's fun to
this
see.
card, this was a banger in old standard format. It's called Squadron Hawk. So 1/1 flyer for 2 mana, including a white. And then when it enters the battlefield, he gets to search his deck for as many copies as he wants
of that card.
of that card. So
And
he
he's-
just got 3 more. You like card advantage? There's a card for you.
And there's no maximum of the cards you can hold in your hand
There is. You have to discard down to 7 cards
every time.
at the end of your
Okay.
turn.
Okay,
There are cards that alter it, but you don't see much of that in competitive play.
gotcha.
You missed it. It was, I said, a very sexy play from Andrew Marshall. He
Was that
was
the
playing
beginning
that
of the night?
Madness deck.
Yeah, beginning of the night.
And
Yeah.
he was like, end of turn, I go to discard, and he madnessed a card off his discard. Boom. You like that play is so like if you know Magic, you know that play was like you bit your lip on that bad boy.
Oh,
Whew.
lip biter.
So what else
Very
we got going on here? Okay.
Well, it's 17-17 for health.
Xander's got these creatures that are just basic 1/1s going on. Card advantage, card advantage, card advantage. When that enters the battlefield, Xander draws a card and he loses a life, so it comes at a cost.
Everything does. It
Yep.
sounds like in this game.
Well, especially black cards. Those
They're so dark.
hey, blood in, blood out, baby.
Oof.
I don't know if we could say gang things on.
But that would be
on-
more red, not black. But
Yeah, but it's weird how like black does that life loss.
it's
more
just
than
dark. It's the dark side, you know. It always sucks a little bit of you.
Oh yeah, Obi-Wan
Takes-
tonight, dude. Can you believe I'm missing Obi-Wan for this?
What's that?
Watching these scrubs play Magic.
What's Obi-Wan?
It's the Star Wars show.
Oh, TV show?
Yeah,
What's that on?
Disney Plus.
Nice, I got that.
Please hit us up for a sponsorship.
I saw
love
it. You want to know what happens?
Matt, I will murder you if you
Do
put
it,
that in the
Matt.
chat.
I won't let him murder you.
I will do to you as you did unto Andrew.
Oh no.
I will ban you for at least 300 seconds. At least.
You know what? I bet he won't. I'm betting against
No.
it, Matt. Do it.
Matt's good people.
Spoil it, Matt.
He won't do us dirty.
You wouldn't go ban him.
You want to bet your at?
I'm betting on it right now.
I will ban him with his own computer.
I
That's
wish-
how hardcore I am.
I wish I could spoil it right now for you.
Cold-blooded!
That's funny. Banned from his own.
Damn,
Off of
look
his
at...
own
There's
computer.
a lot of permanents on this field.
A lot of cards out there.
Xander looks like he's got no cards in hand. I don't know. I can't see everything.
What's that mean then? If that was the case,
Ooh. Cody says Yoda kills Obi-Wan. Which, sure. We'll go with that.
this is a TV show. When did it come out? How many seasons are we into?
Dude, this is the first one.
First season, first episode.
Yeah, so they've got like...
No way.
This is in between movies, and it kind of fills in this big gap when Obi-Wan was on Tatooine, this desert planet. Because it's kind of just like, all right, he got old. How'd that happen? and this explains some of the experiences he had in that time frame. And based off of canon, it's
Give me this. Did we get to see Baby Yoda at least a little bit in the beginning?
no, not so far. At least. No.
Did we get to see Teenage Yoda? The rebellious teenage
I don't
Yoda?
know. No, I don't know this. This is not a spoiler. I have no idea.
I don't either.
There is a chance that we do see Baby Yoda in this.
Okay.
There is a chance because like they do like flashbacks, and we know Baby Yoda was in some of the areas that some of these characters were in. So it's a possibility.
Very nice. That'd be fun. That would be fun.
And his proper name is Grogu.
Grogu.
Get educated, son.
Okay. Tell the chat. Tell Cody. He's using Yoda. Come on, you can't be dead naming him.
He's actually no.
You can't be dead naming him, dude. What the fuck's happening here?
You monster. It's 2022. Get up to date, son. Alright, I gotta get closer view of what the hell's going on in this card game.
Oh, you can't see it? Read it?
Ooh, he's got the tireless tribe out on the field.
There it is. That's the card
So
he needs.
Xander needs to watch his ass. Ooh, okay. Some spicy cards here. Chittering Rats. When it enters the
Ooh.
battlefield, your opponent discards a card. So, card advantage.
Once again.
Kind of in that inverse weird way. Then, he plays a spicy meatball that everybody who played back in original Theros loves.
Well, I think I heard the grunts in the
it is
room
like
from being played.
The best card of Theros Standard.
Oh.
People, there's no other card like it. It is the best card out of any card from Theros Standard, except for Thoughtseize, obviously.
You had it there at the beginning. You were doing a good job at the beginning with that.
Yeah, thank you. I was playing into the bit, dude.
Yeah, you trickled off.
Yeah, we got Great Merchant of Asphodel. You guys want to know a spicy MTG Finance bit on this card?
Ooh, okay. Let's hear it. Fun fact. Write it down. Take notes.
I sold, I don't want to say names, but an online retailer, 267 copies at this card at 43 cents a piece. I know. Stonks. Card stonks. So Gray Merchant, it's a classic card. It's big cult, has big cult following. It's a 2/4 for 5 mana, including 2 black. When it enters the battlefield, your opponent loses X life and you gain X life. X is equal to the amount of black mana symbols you have on your side of the field. That mechanic is called Devotion, but I wanted to kind of boil it down for you guys. Now this game's really starting to stall out. You see how everybody's board is just building. I don't know what Xander's deck has to break this stalemate, but I do know Damon does have specific cards that will just end the game on the spot. And it's just a matter of time before he draws it. Life totals aren't too crazy low. Damon's at 10. Xander's at a healthy 22. We'll see. All it takes is one swing with that tireless tribe like I was talking about, and then Xander's just dead. He's out of the game. Out of the two, Xander kind of just picked up this deck tonight, so he might not be as versed with all the cards in his deck and the strategies behind it, the little synergies. Damon, though, this guy knows all the ins and outs. I'm sure he's watched the streams. He knows every card in his deck. He has them memorized. He could be. I bet he could be sitting here and telling me every card effect that's played in Pauper, just so he knows when he goes to a tournament. There's no question he knows what his opponent's doing. He knows all the information. He doesn't have to use his brain power to read cards and go, oh, how does that interact with this card? He's already got that all figured out. So the only things that his mind is really functioning on is that higher level magic where he has to think about the hard decisions and not these ones that you could have already preemptively planned out and tested back and forth.
He's got the reps, is what you're saying.
Oh, hell yeah.
He's got the reps, and I think with everything, we've all heard it. 10,000 hours. You got to get that in.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And it sounds like he may have that when it comes to Pauper decks, or just Magic.
No,
altogether?
just Magic in general. Like,
Yeah.
usually you don't see people as competitive as Damon jamming Pauper. Usually they're playing Modern or hell even Legacy. I know Damon and I back in the day we drafted a bunch with just like normal booster packs, not with a cube, and then that kind of went up to the side for a while, and then we started playing Modern together. And I mean, for years we've been playing Modern. Damon and I both have been playing since the inception of Modern.
When was that date?
Oh hell, dude! It was back when Innistrad came out. I want to say like 2007.
2007.
Yeah,
Okay, so
But I've known
about
him-
10 years.
I've known him over that.
How many? That's like 14 years after
Yeah.
the game's inception.
Oh, yeah.
93, right?
Yeah.
Is when the game was first created.
Yep.
Probably before some of these kids that are playing the game were even born, honestly. Some of the people at the
some
table.
of these guys at the table are younger than
The
Magic.
game's inception. Okay.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Hey, take that into
We
consideration.
need to start
people.
planning for retirement, dude. We're getting old.
For retirement. You never retire. Right?
So, Tony, we were talking about doing prize payouts.
Yeah,
for these
I
things.
asked Lucas, or I asked Spencer. I was like, "What are we playing for?" Because anytime I play, there's always something I'm playing for.
On the line?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
either my ego or actual money. I'm playing for something.
I should probably not, like, rest my foot on the stream deck here.
No.
Oh, okay, we got a reader here. Xander is like, what the fuck does Tireless Tribe do? And Damon's going, here, let me show you by killing you with it.
Seriously, he's now asking.
Boom,
As
okay.
death is at the door.
It's coming in, yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what's going on with it, like,
And it sounds like he was late for reaction. That card's been in play for a while now. And now he's just asking questions.
yeah, but it's innocuous, dude. Like, you don't see, it's a big booty card. Like, they don't attack for much. You just go, oh, nice wall, you dummy. Way to waste a card.
And this is his attack right here that he's
Yeah.
just stacking cards. Look at this. How many cards did he just drop? on
Xander's learning a big life lesson right now. He's like, oh, I can just get killed out of nowhere. See, look at his
Yeah.
hand motion.
there? Yeah.
If that's not a, yep, no, I just died mannerism. I don't
There it
know
is.
what
Clean
it
the
is.
table. Pot's right.
Boom.
And that's exactly what you said earlier, Lucas, was it's word did you just use? Innocuous?
Yeah, no, well, it's just like, the stalemate is gotta break. I know Damon has a stalemate breaker. Xander, I don't believe has something to that power level where he just goes, yep, you're dead, dude.
And he was sitting at what, 22 health there or something like that at the end of that round?
Yeah.
And he just dropped him. He played several cards in there.
GG, baby. So, Damon,
And that was game 2, right?
look at Damon. He's going right for a sideboard. He knows what he's boarding in and what he's boarding out.
Now, is this required here, boarding in and boarding out?
No, it's completely optional.
And it's just to switch up your hand slightly because you're
Your
playing
deck.
the same
Yeah.
your deck because you're playing the same opponent.
Bingo.
Yeah. You got to switch it up.
Sideboarding is actually one of the hardest skills in Magic to
be good
grasp.
at?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah. Like for me, I'm not as good as a lot of players, so I pre-plan it. I know what I'm gonna kind of go up against or potentially go up against at a tournament. So I plan out and write down like a cheat sheet what to board in and what to board out, and then I consult my friends. Like Damon has helped me on these before too.
But you do it pre-planning, so he doesn't need to consult you during the tournament or during.
Oh no, that's against the rules. Like you can't communicate like that. But if you already have it preemptively written out, that is actually fine in tournaments right now.
Can you communicate in the sense of like handing him a note?
Absolutely not. Big no. Big you DQ'd no. You gonna get banned no.
It is
Damn.
all you. You can't even say anything while they're playing either.
Yeah.
Like, literally nothing.
If
It is-
anybody catches on that you're giving any form of gesture or
They get a red flag. 2 for 1.
you're gonna that person is
major?
removed from the tournament. And if
Excuse me.
they know that you were in on it, you're getting DQ'd and probably banned for an X amount of time,
Yep.
depending on the severity of it.
Cody's making a suggestion there. Maybe pull it up on MTG Goldfish tab on both decks to help explain the cards.
Yeah,
Is that like an easy referencing, like pull up
Yep.
a little card info right there on the screen?
That's like 3 or 4 weeks out, Cody. That is on the mind. We had to throw tonight together, so we're missing some things we already have set up. But next week we're gonna have those implemented, and then we're just gonna build it from there. So once we have the computer directly accessible in front of us, I'll be able to maneuver that while we're commentating and pull up these cards. But thank you, that is a great suggestion. And it'll be a lot easier for some of the newer guys watching our stream to know exactly what the card does.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
doesn't have to rely on my
Well, and
my thoughts
then
on it.
you'll be able to read the card better too.
amen, brother.
Like you wouldn't have to get up on the screen.
Like literally walk over. I
Yeah.
think my eyesight's going, dude.
That happens, bud. You're in your 30s.
Yeah.
Live it up, Brandon. We were just talking that you were born after this game was created.
Yeah, I was born in 2000. The game was made 5 years before I was born.
7 years. I thought it was 93.
Was it 93?
I have pieces of cardboard that are older than you.
Well, I have pieces of cardboard that are older than me. What are you talking about? But
I have
Cooler.
cubes. I
It's
have
cooler
cubes.
than I have them.
I believe it's 93. Is when the
93,
game-
94, yep.
93. Okay,
Yeah.
so 7 years, 6-7 years older than me. Probably in concept before that even.
All right, here we go,
I'm
Tony.
sure.
Oh, is this game 3?
You're
This
drawing.
is game 3.
Drawing back
Oh,
up.
dang. Okay.
No, it's game 2.
Really?
Who took game 1?
I don't. Can you go in?
Matt Damon did.
Damon did.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Damon took
He
the
smoked
last
him
game
with the
for sure.
tireless tribe.
Okay.
It was a slower play, which it sounds like that card does that. It's a little bit of a slower
Yeah,
play.
because he's got to build up those cards in his hand to dump into it almost all at once. He doesn't necessarily have to,
Yeah.
and that could kind of be a risky play in some situations, especially because Xander is playing mono black. There's a lot of kill spells, removal. That's what I
Gotcha.
refer to him as.
Yeah, Xander has 4 cast downs and 4 chainer's edicts and 4 defiles in the deck.
All right, this card, very important card in the matchup. It's Relic of Progenitus. So this slowly removes his Xander's graveyard from the game. Xander, in the long run, is trying to put big creatures in his graveyard and then cheat them into play from his graveyard. But if he doesn't have those creatures in his graveyard, guess what?
Oh, so
They're
it's,
worth. Some of his cards are worthless.
it's almost a kill shot already for him,
Yeah.
right?
It's pretty brutal.
I
For
was gonna
his
say-
hand, for his
and then
deck.
for Gangler, he can't delve anymore. His edicts can't be flashbacked anymore because he'll just get rid of them.
Oh,
Yes,
dude.
Gurmag Angler has a mechanic called Delve, so it costs like a fucking million mana, rounded down to the nearest 7, and you can pay the colorless pips on that card by removing cards in your graveyard from the game. So like, ooh, piece of candy. So. If he has no graveyard, he has to cast that at full cost, which is possible. Like these games drag out, but it is very taxing.
No cheating for Xander, then, is what you're saying.
Yeah, every angle he's got to cheat shit into play, it's almost just been cut off.
Damn. Nasty play. Nasty play. Andrew and Brandon are joining us again in the commentary room.
What do you guys
What
got?
happened
Any
with your
insights
games?
on him?
What happened with your games?
So I am currently 0-2 right now. I've lost both of my matches.
And
So
you were playing.
I'm playing Mono Neutron. It's my.
But who are you playing against? Who are you versing? Spencer?
No, Colton. He's playing Burn.
Gotcha.
Yeah, my deck's not fast in the meta, and I'm trying to make it work, even though it's not a meta deck. But it's really hard.
Is this the deck you've been working on for a while now?
Yeah.
Trying to make it work.
Oh, he's always got this put together.
Just put the horse down already.
I fucking crushed Spencer.
Oh, Spencer was talking a lot of trash at work today.
Yeah, he was.
Spencer,
Lot of
we
trash.
literally sent you a text message warning you that we are going to talk shit about everybody.
So it looks like
It's
Xander
unfortunate. Way to go, though, Andrew. It looks like you've been crushing. You crushed Brandon in the first round.
Yep.
How does it feel
Crush
to just be
Spencer.
a straight up winner?
It feels fucking awesome.
Nice! And it looks like he's back at it on playing some Clash of
Are-
Clans.
well-
Probably winning at that as well.
I was going to say, don't get too deep into it, because when we have him back here for the winner interview, the person who,
Yeah,
this one,
takes it all.
we'll get him back here in the booth, talk about their strategy, what they attribute their success
What did you
to.
have in that drink? Sorry.
Water.
Water. Get some water for the man.
What the fuck is Spencer talking about? Oh, he's texting me. Oh, interesting.
Interesting. Better not text me.
So there's a lot of stuff going on right now.
All right. You want to play that game there, Spencer? You're going to go to the Tony cam here. Hi, I'm Spencer. I play magic slowly.
Fucking got him.
So
Oh, man.
Xander noticeably has a lot of rats on the board, and rats are double pipped. If he ever plays a Grey Merchant of Asphodel, he'll be draining for a lot of health.
So that Gray Merchant, were you here when I was discussing that guy? The he was the best card in
Oh, yeah. Now I remember.
So when it enters the battlefield, it deals his opponent damage, X damage, and he gains X damage, where X is 2 times the amount of black mana symbols on his side of the field.
Okay.
So it's like, he'll dome them for like, I don't know, what is it?
So two on
2,
both of the
4,
rats, 2 on
6,
Pestilence,
8.
1 on the...
8 times 2, 16.
No,
He kills
it only domes for the
One,
amount of hits.
one apiece?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
can you
8.
tell I never
No,
played that card?
but
8.
if he does play Grey Merchant, it counts itself, so we'll be doming him for 10 and gaining 10, which is a huge life.
And then he
swing.
finishes them off with the Pestilence.
And he's hitting him with what right
And
now?
then he finishes him with Pestilence. Would be the good play.
Pestilence is an enchantment. It for a black. You activate it for a black, and it deals 1 damage to each creature and 1 damage to each player. And then what's the secondary effect where he
If you have
sacrifices?
no creatures on the field on your end step, it sacrifices itself.
Yeah.
Which is really weird that Pestilence is a common, speaking that the red one, Pyrohemia, is only printed at uncommon.
Well, so Pestilence came out in Urza Saga,
Yeah.
and it really disrupted that draft format because it was at common. They learned a few lessons. Even at uncommon, that was probably a mistake. I'm guessing Wizards of the Coast didn't think it was that much, or it was okay at uncommon because I think, did we re-see it in Time Spiral Remastered at uncommon?
Pestilence?
No.
No, Pyrohemia.
Yeah, maybe. I think so.
Oh,
It was reprinted semi-recently.
Ooh, that's a good live stream. Nuka fighting Spencer.
Seriously, I don't know what happened between the two, but
It was the first time Spencer was on stream. He was talking a lot of shit because that's what Spencer does.
oh
And then-
my god!
And then him and Nuka were going at it. And then,
Talk shit, get hit, baby.
it
Oh!
looks like Pyrohemia was printed in, what is this?
Damn.
Xander really
Plane
is
shift
like
with-
Gary right
Yes.
now.
And then
Or
Commander
Planar
Anthology.
Chaos.
Commander Anthology.
Oh,
my
so it
gosh,
wasn't.
Wait, he might be playing Grey Merchant. He just tapped 5. He's
Boom!
playing Grey Merchant. That's 10.
He's counting it up. He's going, hey, Damon, you're fucking dead,
Hey,
dude.
Damon, you're taking 10, and you're at 1. Now if
This
you
is
smart
great.
Pestilence, and he takes the win.
Yeah,
Nice.
Cody's got a very, very good point. Sprout Swarm was a common back then. That card was utterly busted. And that also
yes.
disrupted it.
Yep.
It came out in a different set in that block, so it had less time in the light.
Did he get him there then?
He should have if Pestilence resolved.
He tapped something here.
So he's at 1, right?
Something there.
So Damon's at 1, and when Xander activated Pestilence, he should have died.
Well, it looks like, but I think Andrew's going to check to see what he tapped there.
Okay,
Yep,
okay.
they got
Yeah,
figured out.
something.
Yep,
Okay,
it was. They were waiting for it to resolve.
Yep. Perfect.
So Xander took game 2.
Wow, good games here. We got 1-1.
A lot back and forth. So I was wrong.
Yeah,
Xander does have that stalemate breaker.
there it is.
They got on both sides. And Damon's takes at least 2 cards to pull off, whereas Xander's is just like
All he has to do is have a bunch of
he
shit
has
on
a
the board.
card. Yeah.
Yeah,
And they're both going to have a bunch of cards on the field.
correct.
Unless Xander deems it that he doesn't want them on the field, and then he can deal with them.
No, are they going to do some onboarding here again?
So they'll sideboard. They can either decide in game 3. This is interesting because after game 2, when you've initially sideboarded for your opponent's deck,
Yeah.
you get the chance to. Now you've maybe seen what they've sideboarded in against you, and you have the chance to re-sideboard if you want to. A lot of people don't, but there are some times where you have a card in your board that works really well against maybe something they boarded in, or a card that you thought would be good in the game ended up not being as good as you thought, and you get the chance to change it.
Looks
over
like
again.
Matt Damon's then doing that. He's gonna
Recheck his board.
So
since he saw Xander's play.
you
there
don't
for
see
the
this all the, well, that's fair, but you don't see this all the time. Sometimes if you are on the play versus you go first versus go second, that dictates what you board in and board out.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Go ahead, Andrew.
And since Xander won this last game, Damon is going to be on the play.
Mm-hmm.
So
he might just literally swap the cards back that he swapped
Won with,
before.
yeah. That's good. You know, it's a good play.
So this will be an interesting.
Going back
match
with the
when we
starting
get into it.
lineup, basically.
Has Xander revealed anything that he may or may not have boarded in?
I don't think Xander is sideboarding. Is
He
did?
did the first game.
Okay, I didn't witness
to pull the
that.
win, and which makes sense. He's not going to change it because he just got the win.
Yep.
Well, the card that he won with
Is in his main deck.
is in his main deck,
Yeah.
Okay.
so that's to be determined.
If Xander plays
We-
something that's in his board, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
I was going to say just ask.
Brandon
him,
lent
just to
Xander
confirm.
the deck.
Someone could go ask him to confirm.
Look at that sweet ass tattoo Xander's got on his arm.
It's
What
actually
is
got
it?
a lot of meaning behind it.
Is it
Yeah.
torn
it's a really
piece?
cool tattoo.
Torn piece of toilet paper, or what was it?
No, it's like a bunch of Egyptian scripture and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
It's like it's a Yu-Gi-Oh tattoo. I'm pretty sure.
Your tattoo, buddy.
Show us your wiener.
Not your hand. The tattoo.
Yeah, it's like a Pokemon or something. I
The shit on
think.
your arm.
Ooh, gets the oh yeah.
Is that an
there's a lot of-
Ekans? A Pikachu and an Ekans?
Got some hieroglyphs in there.
If Spencer can play the game with a smooth brain, you can as well. Hello, Jack. How's it going?
Oh, pretty good. I'm 2-0, baby.
Hey, you might be.
Ooh.
Yep.
Yeah, no, we will. It's Jack versus Andrew.
My matchup's bad. It gets better in game 2. Round one's gonna be pretty
Okay,
rough, though.
so back to prizes. This week they ain't playing for anything.
for glory.
For first
Sure.
win. First win.
Sure.
That's huge. That's
That's pretty good.
bragging rights going into next week.
That's bragging rights
Excuse
for
you.
life.
Excuse you. I won first win last week, bitches.
That's true, actually. You have the first Magic the Gathering win.
I will concede that role to whoever wins today.
Nuka said she'll draw the winner a picture.
There you go.
Ooh.
There you fucking go. I like
Oh,
it.
the
Thank you,
stakes are
Nuka.
high.
Nuka, I got even more dice from my friend Matt Foster. He hooked you up. So the collection is building.
For
For the
for a
kids.
D&D club. Yep.
We might have to send you with a few tens of thousands of Magic cards as well.
So you can learn to play the game.
Yeah, well, then she can teach kids to play the game.
Yeah, there you go.
Maybe. She's got to learn it herself, but.
Yeah, she's gonna get some texture to that smooth brain. It sounds like.
Don't let anyone
I will
believe
consume.
anything. I've never lost a game of Pauper in my life.
Are you kidding me? I'm telling everybody at work tomorrow. On your
Do it.
last
Everyone-
last day.
everyone-
I'm like, dude, Spencer sucks at Pauper.
Dude, you need to know. I don't give a fuck about anyone.
Dude,
I give a fuck about Regis and Willie. That's about it.
What about
Um,
me?
so-
I'm there.
so the funny part about Andrew and Spencer's first game is that Spencer was really cocky and he kept a really bad hand.
I was cocky because Jack told me to be cocky.
I told you to be. Oh, yeah.
Hey,
he-
baby.
He showed me his hand and I was like, yeah, keep it. And he was like, okay. And I was like, yes.
Ah!
You got played.
You got played!
My tendrils, my sabotage, my machinations lay unnoticed for seconds. Entire seconds.
Got it.
I kept arguably the worst hand I could have kept in my life.
Well, I've been drawing nothing but bad hands.
All right, Tony. You
My
see,
hand.
he's got the Relic of Progenitus again.
Yep.
So hey, you at the beginning of that last game,
Why are we gonna fight?
he's
Damon
got
has-
the dunk on him.
Damon has
But
two squadron
MF?
locks.
in the end of the
Gotta stack it
day,
up.
boom,
He's
he's
gotta
still
stack
got to win.
There it
He's
is.
gonna stack it up, and then he's gonna get the switch card that allows him to switch it into
Mhm.
attack.
So
But
Xander
Xander's
plays
seen
a
this before, right?
cottage,
So
And it's untapped.
Yeah, Xander knows what to kill now.
yeah,
He knows what to target.
Yeah.
He knows how to attack it.
Oh,
I thought you
scooped
scooped
for a few
it.
seconds.
Okay.
Jesus God.
So it's interesting that he decides to play the Thorn here because he doesn't have a real good way to block for maintaining the monarchy. But I guess they're going to be
What is all that?
So the two cards on the two cards that Damon has up top, I think those are Squadron Hawks.
Yeah,
Yes.
Squad Hawks.
And so they have flying. I think are they 2/2s? Or are they 2/3s?
1/1s.
They're 1/1s.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
The
the ones
bounce
that
They
go
got
to
flying,
a bunch of shit.
one
Okay.
one.
So the
Right.
They're basics.
So the
Basic
card that
bitches.
Xander just played gives him an ability called the Monarch. And that means he gets to draw a card at the end of every end step. And then if he is dealt damage by the opposing player through combat, that player gets it. It's like a
Ooh,
crown.
journey to
So if
nowhere.
you deal damage to him, you get the crown. And it was weird that he played it only because he gets to draw that card, and then his opponent is probably going to take it from him, and then he gets to draw the card. So you're not up any real cards there.
And you risk not being able to get it back, which is probably what we just saw happen because he had one of his creatures blown up.
Correct.
It's very important to control the monarchy once it's introduced. I actually don't main board Thorn of the Black Rose, even though I'm also a control deck, because I can't risk it without.
Ooh, there it
knowing
is.
I'm gonna have board control.
Pestilence.
Pestilence is big.
Oh,
Robert
And-
just
Ooh.
joined the
Lightning
chat.
bolts the rat so that he doesn't get to keep the pestilence.
I don't know.
is it?
But he
It might
just
be creatures
threw a
on
chat out for
board.
the first
It's
time
on board.
tonight.
He's gonna get.
Okay, so what just happened here? Big play by Damon. When he played that Pestilence, he removed Xander's only creature from the game. And as Brandon explained earlier, at the end of the turn, if he has no creatures on the field, Pestilence sacrifices itself.
Right.
So he got a 2-for-1 there. He blew up the creature
No.
and blew
It's
up
if
the.
there's no creatures in play. So
Oh!
the moment he uses it to blow up Damon's.
Oh,
creatures,
thank you.
The moment he uses it to blow up
Jeez,
Damon's
Lucas, we
creatures,
thought
then
you
he'll
knew
lose
it.
it.
Yeah, importantly,
I thought so,
Damon
too.
blew up the 2 toughness creature, which means that Xander can't deal 1 damage to the board, kill all of Damon's things, and keep pestilence.
Yep.
He gets to board wipe or keep pestilence. And,
There we go.
And he kept the pestilence.
Well, for now, it costs mana. He's probably gonna board wipe on his turn. No, he didn't have the option to wipe. It costs
Yeah,
mana.
thank you, Cody. Some of these guys don't understand how good that card was already at 1/1.
Oh, I remember when I put just my sculptor and I looked at the top of my library and I put fucking Squad Hawks back and then I played the Squad Hawk and I got one from the library. It's all good.
Yep.
That was you in Modern. I guarantee.
I knew that was Lucas. I fucking knew that was
That
Lucas.
was just the Land Sculptor doesn't wait. No.
Yeah, except you know how I was saying shit wrong? Yeah, he just said all of that wrong.
Well, because he was imitating you.
Alright, so Xander did. Wait, stop. Xander did something really important here.
I'll fucking
So
kill you.
Xander activated Pestilence on his turn to wipe his board, and this is what we call sequencing here. So Xander wiped the board, and then before his end step, played another creature
A chance.
so that he could keep his
He
Pestilence.
plays the chat.
Yeah, he's lost a lot of card advantage to Monarch here for introducing it a little bit too early, but with the Pestilence sticking around, there's a chance he pulls his game back.
Is the audio good for chat out there? Everyone that's sitting in the room?
We can do that for free.
Yeah, honestly.
I think if anyone's going to punch Spencer, it sounds like Nuka. It's
Nuka,
first
yeah,
dibs on
we're
that.
lining up a boxing match.
Okay.
Next stream.
First donation to the stream gets to punch back.
And then Tony versus Jake Paul.
What the fuck? No.
Why not?
I mean, unless I'm getting millions. Sure,
How
I'll
much
get
do you think
knocked
we're,
out.
we're going to be pulling?
I'll punch him.
Trillions,
I have
dude.
swords. That's not a punch, dumbass.
Oh damn!
Nuka is going to.
I see why she wants to fight you.
Yeah.
I see why she
mean-
wants to fight you.
Spencer speaks the truth, though. Like, look, credit where credit's due. Dude kept a one-lander, but like...
What are those 3 cards he's got above Relic of Progenitus there?
I think those are like wedding invitations.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, that's a big.
I thought that was a joke.
No. Yeah, it's kind of a cringe set. Like that set that came out with, nobody really liked.
Oh, except everyone wants vampire Epicureans and all this other.
They didn't like
Are
the
we-
set.
Are we talking about these blue cards?
No.
The blue helmet ones and all those little
These
saddles?
guys-
Yeah,
those things, sorry.
those
They're
there.
just not blue.
Yeah.
Those there.
They look-
What those do, Tony, is for two colorless. Yeah, there's blue in the art.
There's blue in the art, but the card isn't blue. Sorry,
No.
that's
For
that's
two
a magic
colorless
terminology thing.
mana,
My bad.
it's an artifact that when it enters the battlefield, he draws a card, so it replaces itself. Then he can tap it and I believe sacrifice it to make a creature unblockable.
Yeah.
So that tireless tribe comes in for the win.
I don't even think it sacrifices.
So
Yeah,
Xander's cast downing.
I'm
right
not.
now,
Yeah.
and he's swinging in for 2,
Getting
trying to
in
steal
with
that
the red.
monarchy back.
This
Yep.
is
Yep.
this is a tough game 3.
Getting the crown, baby.
Nice.
Tough game 3 here.
Lucas is correct.
Thank you, Cody.
Cody's really
Cody
sucking the
Cody
tea tonight.
loves this format.
This is like Cody's.
Yeah,
format.
Oh.
Like, he has like every Pauper deck. pretty
All right,
much.
here's the twirling of the
He
mustache.
did
here.
say he has some decks to donate for next stream if he's not here, so that there's a wider variety of options for players.
Was that correct?
Well, once Double Masters comes out, there's gonna be at
There's
least 2 people playing different
Wait,
decks.
There's
Pestilence
cool
going
new
on?
cards getting downshifted to common and
Because there's no.
Oh,
there's no-
yeah.
Ooh,
there's
that's
no
fun.
creatures in the field.
That's fun that there's some utility when they downshift them to
Oh, so
common.
you
Awesome.
weren't there when I explained
It's
Pauper.
not me. I
engine.
lost. I got my ass kicked.
So Pauper, how the format is designed, you can use any card ever printed, as long as it is a common.
Yeah.
Or
I
has-
heard.
Okay.
Lucas,
has
Spencer explained
been.
that today at work.
It's also, or if it's ever been a common. So if a card gets upshifted to uncommon, it still counts as a common. Or if a card that was an uncommon gets downshifted to common,
Yep.
it's all legal as long as it at one point was a common. So Xander just played a Gurmag Angler on an empty board.
He wins. That's it.
Really.
If Damon
No.
can't answer it,
No.
if Damon okay, so he plays a Glinthawk and he's bouncing his.
So Damon's got to
Dude,
have
that
his
card's
shit right.
stupid. The red artifact that he just bounced.
The one from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't remember the exact name, but it's a red mana artifact. When it enters the battlefield, you exile the top card of your library and you can cast it this turn. When it leaves play, you can do the same thing. And then it has an additional ability. For 3 mana, you sacrifice it, and then that dies triggers. But you get a 2/2 samurai with vigilance. Nuka, waste of paper.
What are you reading, bud? Get
It's my dyslexia.
a little list.
I'm not down in Adderall like somebody I know who's in chat.
Shit, dude.
Oh, experimental
Called out.
synthesizer. That's
He
right.
is calling people
Thank you,
out
Cody.
out there. Fuck.
Fucking Lance
Yeah, that
Armstrong
card's-
over
Lucas
there.
feels attacked tonight. We should ease up on him. He is awfully trigger happy.
All right. Well,
Pretty boy Michael just stepped into the room.
Yeah, I'm surprised you're not wearing a blazer.
He should be.
What did you just get done yachting?
I was crying because he
Those are proper crying clothes.
Gained life.
because there's nothing I can interact with. He would cycle his Riverwinder and then he'd unearth it.
So who'd
and
you
then
just
he would
lose
give
to?
it +1/+1 in
Jack.
lifelink.
Oh, it took you a while to get
Time
out
to
here.
fight Lucas.
to solve.
Nuka,
Yeah.
more like Puka. Am I right, guys?
Hey, well, don't diss on Luca like that. Luca like that.
Wow.
Time to fight Lucas.
Cricket.
Yeah,
Yeah, don't just
seriously.
That's
on
what they
Luca
call-
from Chrono Trigger like that, dude.
Yeah, come on.
Nuka's gonna do a fucking 2v1 against Spencer and Lucas.
Good luck. I hope you bring scissors.
all right. So
I hope she comes topless, so you guys are just fucking utterly distracted, and she's just
Well,
not.
Bang, bang!
I've
Yeah.
seen tits in my life. Okay.
Yeah, but not when someone's punching you behind them.
That's what
I
you think.
guess.
That's fair. That is a fair point.
Thing.
Come on. I would be like, what's happening?
She has mini scissors.
Oh shit. Oh yeah.
And a sword.
Snip, snip, motherfucker.
I think it was swords
And
plural.
he plays the second pestilence, which is really good because Gurmag Angler has 5 toughness notably, so it's really hard to get rid of with like burn, or even pestilence itself. You can pretty much just wipe Damon's board without.
So let me tell you
Lot of
what Damon
recourse.
is thinking right now. He's
I
going,
want to keep it down because I can hear you.
fuck. Pestilence. Nah, it's alright, Spencer. Don't worry.
Okay.
It's
Pestilence. I used to fucking play that card, and it was so good. I remember schooling Lucas with that card, and now it's being used against me.
Man, I feel like such a Lucas right now.
He's getting you all night, dude.
It's better
Zinging
than
him at
Spencer.
you. Zinging him at
Better
you.
being a Spencer, I guess.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, let's see what happens.
Nuka, I'm on your side again.
Oh, Christ.
So he's flying in the air for 6 there, looks like.
Yeah, which means if he gets any lower, he won't really be able to use pestilence because pestilence is going to damage him.
And since he's on the bottom side of that health points right now, it's not
Well,
really good.
from what it looks like, it might be worth it to wipe that board in that manner.
It will.
You'll
most
trade that
likely.
3 life for 3 creatures.
You don't have to. It deals 1 damage to everything.
It's unfortunate. Pestilence is probably going to work a little bit against Xander's favor here. With him being at such a low life total, it's really difficult for him to play that off as a win con without killing himself.
Correct. He needs like a.
So Cody's shouting out.
Is Tribe in play right now? Is the question.
No, I don't believe so.
Okay.
Unless it's that card up there at the very top is Tribe. But I'm not 100% sure.
Xander can use Pestilence to control the monarchy for a long period of time and hopefully find a way to get out of this hole, though.
The issue is
Well, he
puts
ain't got
himself
time
in,
left.
Bolt range.
Yeah.
He just grabbed his deck box. What's he reaching for there?
He might be checking his sideboard. What he sideboarded in. Oh, there it is,
No, it's
token.
Token. He's popping his synthesizers.
Yep.
Because Damon comes prepared, unlike most of you fools.
I don't have tokens in my deck.
Neither do I. These blood guys, though.
Yeah, these fucking blood dudes.
Not one of the burn players has a blood token.
Jeez, what do you guys?
Filthy
Usually they have a
casuals.
half for,
You guys all
Monarchy.
Crips? Then?
What?
Oh, I thought you were
I
talking
just
shit
used
about the
die,
Bloods.
And I didn't even bring any dice, so.
GD? What are you
Another synthesizer. Dude,
MS
that's so
13,
cool.
baby.
guys? MS13, they're savages. Oh no.
I don't know, I dealt with
Is
it.
he not
He's
sitting
in
in
there.
there?
He's in there? I was chilling.
Big chill in
Synthesizer
there.
was one of the coolest new cards in recent memory to shake up Pauper. That card does a lot in a lot of
Pest
decks.
can't kill Tribe, and it can be unblockable. He has enough cards in hand. Yeah, that's fair.
Mhm.
Why can't Pestilence kill Tribe?
It's
He discards a card,
Yeah.
and it can't get past it.
Tribe's like 4 toughness already. If he discards cards, he can buff its toughness. Or it's 1 toughness base, and I think you can buff it really fast by discarding cards. Basically, he's never going to kill it with Pestilence.
So
'cause
he's
he
got a
can
lot of
keep everything at
options here,
toughness.
probably. I mean, he's got a grip of 6. There's a lot of stuff going on, but he really just needs to get rid of some of those flyers.
We're just chilling.
He might have to use Pestilence. Yeah. Ooh, he bolted him.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's what I thought.
Yeah.
There you go. Another lightning bolt for FT Dub.
There it is.
Yeah, so for anybody that doesn't know what's going on there, Xander probably tried to use Pestilence there to wipe his board, and when he loses life because of Pestilence, he'll go down to 2, and then Damon bolted him. And
Lightning bolt, so it deals 3 damage directly to him.
For the win.
Is that the game?
that causes him
That's
to win the game.
yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Cool.
That's game 3.
So
That was game
we'll
3
go the
to
last
Matt
round.
Damon.
All right, boys, get your sweet asses back in
Are
there.
we in finals here then, or?
Yep.
We are.
Jack and Andrew on stream.
Yep.
And that's the final match, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. Getting to the final match here at
It's the
9:18.
final
We should be wrapping up at about 10 o'clock,
Yeah, we're on target.
which is
Even
which
with a
is
40-minute start or
delay.
delay.
Nobody
here.
knows
Here are
about
the
it really.
standings. Jack beat Michael 2-1.
There it is.
Andrew beat Spencer 2-0. Spencer didn't even stand a
Clean
chance.
sweep again for Andrew.
Damon beat Xander 2-1, and then Colton beat Brandon 2-0. So
So right now Andrew's going into this finals with a stronger win to loss ratio because he clean sweeped both rounds. I'm not sure where Jack landed in that first round, but
opponent match win percentage is the same for game wins is different. Andrew has technically won more actual games
Yeah.
than Jack has.
He went 2-1, yes. Or he went 2-0 both rounds, and it looks like then Jack took his only L last round. He might have clean sweeped his first opponent. I don't remember who that was.
Either way, with 8, it comes clean. It's the two players who have won or gone undefeated face in the
Correct.
finals here.
Correct. Andrew can only walk into it with a little bit more confidence, knowing that he hasn't taken a loss. Hopefully, that's not false confidence, and he can prevail. I haven't seen Jack's hand yet tonight, but seeing Andrew in that first round, he was playing fast. It looked like
Yeah.
very fast.
Andrew just finished building this deck. I don't know if he solitaired it, just kind of did the reps, pulled some hands, sequenced some cards, see what the hell is going on. But yeah, Andrew's been around the block. He's familiar with all the cards, all the mechanics there, especially that he's playing with. He might not know exactly what his opponent has or what his opponent is playing in like the exact deck list, but he'll have a pretty good idea once he sees a few cards.
Okay. Cody said he can bring tokens if he gets a list sent to him. So hopefully let's take note of that and make sure he brings those in for all those people that don't have them. What colors are we rolling with here? Do you know? Offhand?
They already rolled with the white ones.
No, I'm talking about decks. What color decks are we running?
Jack is blue and black, so it's called Demir. Andrew is red and black, which is Rakdos. So all those color combinations, the 2 colors, the 3 color combinations, all have special names.
Oh,
attached
super
to them.
gay names, of course. I mean, it's only fitting.
Oh. Okay,
So
so
I'm
back
not
to
trying
the
to-
prize.
I'm not
Back
trying
to
to
the
hurt
prizes
feelings.
for like the 30th time here.
Duke has already called it. Get a picture of the winner, and she's going to draw a portrait of him.
Well, that's tonight, but next week what we're going to do is so it's 8-man pot again.
Yep.
And everybody brings 3 booster packs. Don't really give a shit what set they're from. They could be from the new Commander Legends set for all I care.
Yeah.
Or they could be double Masters packs if you really want to be cool. Then
Those
they all
sound
go
fun.
into the pool. First place gets 10 packs. Second place gets 6 packs. Third and fourth get 4 packs. And there are no draws.
Third and fourth still walk away with an extra pack.
We're fucking playing for keeps.
That's nice.
No, oh well, kind
Because
of.
they
an
come,
extra
they're,
pack.
they're
Yeah,
coming in
yeah.
they're coming in with 3 packs, so
Yep.
they walk away with 4.
They get a
That's-
little spice on that
Feels-
taco.
I mean, third place feels like they get shorted a little bit, but
What do you mean?
he's
Oh.
getting the same as fourth, dude. He did better.
No, it's just how the matches line up. It's just it's pretty clean.
I don't give a fuck how the matches line up. I would be pissed if I was third place, knowing they get the same reward as fourth. I did better than him.
Not technically, not really, barely.
Well, yeah, barely.
Your win loss percentage is
give
the same.
third 2 packs. Give fourth his fucking buy-in back. Why can't you do that?
That's just not how it goes, Tony. This is Magic the Gathering, and there are some rules behind it.
3-4 is the same.
Yeah, you both went 2-1.
I mean, I don't know, what school you went to, but 3-4 is not the same. 3 becomes
Cody,
before
Cody,
4.
don't even attempt to explain how top 8 works for him. He'll think that it's like 10 men topping one.
Seriously, what is this? A new search category in my YouPorn? Top 8?
Yeah, you'll have to excuse my friend. He's a bit slow.
Well, I'm just unfamiliar
The math
with...
breaks down that away.
No. I'm just unfamiliar with the structure of it.
Yeah.
I'm just going off of some generic fucking basic math here.
All right, let's get back.
Of 3-4.
Get back to the game. Andrew, he's doing his aggressive play. He's kind of sending some spells right at Jack's face. So Jack is at 11. Andrew's at a fresh 20.
Yeah, he's coming in hot again.
Oh, yeah.
Quick. Just
That's all he's got, baby.
pounding, dude. This guy's jackrabbit in him.
Jack, oh, there's a removal spell for his creature.
Get rid of it. Unless he can counter it.
last
Does
turn he
not.
played Counterspell. Classic card. This was around back when you played a little bit of Magic.
I did not play ever.
2 blue.
not gay.
Jerry would know this. 2 blue, counter target spell. So it just says whatever card you're casting. No.
Classic counter.
Ooh, okay. Here's a good card. Galvanic Blast. So it does 2 damage, target creature, or any target.
This guy's making quick work out there.
But if he has 3 artifacts on the field, it does 4 damage. So Lightning Bolt is extremely powerful. Has always seen play throughout all of Magic's history. That does 3 damage for 1 red. That card did 4 damage for 1 red. So when that condition
It just
is met,
did 4 damage? He had
Yeah.
the artifacts out there? Okay.
yeah, I believe so. Because his lands are artifacts, then he had a blood token.
There it is. Lands are artifacts.
Whoop, there it is. Those lands are artifacts. Not all lands.
Get fucked.
Those lands.
Playing right to his
Jack
opponent's hand.
slammed a Mole Drifter, drawing 2 cards, getting a 2/2. Ain't no more fun things in Magic.
Tooting
Like,
that horn. Toot.
that little birdie is gonna take him. It's not a bird, it's actually an elemental. For the layman. Okay, so that land that Jack just played comes into play tapped,
Yep.
and it gains him a life. Just right off the bat. That's
Well, he needed that because he's down to 6 right now.
Yep. Some of the versions of like Jack's deck have ways of bouncing lands back to their hand, like to his hand, or a card that flickers it, so it just leaves the battlefield, comes back. So if he does have those in his deck, he can just keep cycling.
He just
them.
did it right there, right?
No, that was a different card effect. So he pulled that Sidewinder,
Yeah.
that 5/5 out of his graveyard onto the battlefield.
He just put it into the graveyard though too.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I
there's
thought
it has an ability called Cycle. You pay a blue, discard it, then you draw a card. And then he exhumed it, and then so brought it back onto the field.
Yeah, there's some fast play going on here with
Jack's
these guys, for sure.
Jack's board is building at a rapid pace, and he's
Yes.
gaining more. He's gaining life faster than Andrew's actually distributed it to him.
At this point, yes.
Correct. Andrew doesn't have black mana. Oh, there it is. So
He needed
that was
he
probably a
needed
big
that.
choke point on his side of the field.
Of being able to play some
And
of the cards he has.
Jack might just be like counter that.
Boom.
There's that counter spell.
There it is. Get
So
that shit out of here.
Jack has a 3-turn clock on him still. It's gonna be a little rough for Andrew to
Pull this out?
pull this back into his favor. Cause like every one of those counter spells are almost like he's gaining the amount of damage that Andrew would have been dealing to him.
You can really see the confidence in the player when they start flicking them cards.
Oh yeah.
And because Andrew's, he's just holding tight. Maybe that's just his type, but Jack is just flicking away right now, and I think that exudes confidence in my look here. Look
So
at him. He is just primed, ready to go. Itching at the
Cody's
trigger.
calling it. Cody's calling game over here. So Andrew has to have the win here, or else Jack's just gonna kill him. He's got
It's neck and neck.
he's
Who's
got like
getting this win here?
13 damage on board. Andrew's at 9. Can Andrew deal 4 damage here?
Can he do it? Because it's his turn right now.
He's reading his cards. He's thinking of his
looking at it.
sequencing.
What can he do? He doesn't have anything
Ooh,
confident.
okay.
Taps 3.
All right.
Gains health. Takes him down
wait.
to 1.
He
And
he's at 12. Jack has. I was wrong. He has 11 damage on the.
Oh shit! You gotta be kidding
So
me.
Andrew just saved his ass.
Unless he draws something nasty here.
Yep. It wouldn't surprise me if Jack had something to.
What do you think, Cody? You still confident in that game over? Did you think Andrew had it there?
Ooh,
or
okay. So
did
he
you see
bounced
this
one
coming?
of those life gain lands, like I was saying. There's another land that bounced it to his hand.
Oh,
1-1.
we got a
It's a
fucking
thing of
game
beauty.
here. We got a game.
And
here.
guess it. And
Cody,
like,
you didn't see this coming. There's no way you did. You
Andrew.
called game over.
Andrew
already.
could have the win, but Jack could easily have a counter spell to
yeah.
back it up.
Which, boom, boom. Looking for the counter.
2-2.
Looking for the counter.
Oh, he's
reading
reading
the
it.
card.
This isn't.
Reading
oh.
the card. Can he?
So this is what's happening right here. He's that card targets two things. It targets a creature and a player. If a
And he
card
can only counter probably one of those.
No, so if you just target one thing, and let's say I murdered that creature before he dealt the damage, the card that I was using just goes to the graveyard. It just gets countered because the game says it gets countered. Since there's two targets, you do as much as possible. So what Jack was trying to do is go, oh, so if it targets my creature and targets me, maybe I can bounce or kill my creature, and then that will save me from dying to that 3 damage. That's not how that works. But he was just reading through it, seeing if that was a possibility. Which
Nice.
That's what you should always do. If you see an out, investigate it, check it out, see if you can execute on that plan.
And here's the sideboard going down right now.
Quite a few cards.
Definitely on Andrew's side. What's he sitting on out there? 7 cards? 8 cards face down now? Even Jack has quite a few out there.
I wouldn't be surprised if Jack was prepared for this matchup.
What's the limit on the sideboard then? Are you
15?
You can do 15
You could actually,
cards.
and they've gotten a lot more liberal with sideboarding. It used to be a 1-for-1. You had to do 1 card in, 1 card out. Now you can put 15 in and take nothing out.
It used to be 1. Now it's 15. That's
No,
quite
no,
the
no.
progression.
No, you take 1 card, or you have 15 slots, but if you took a card out, you had to put a card in. Now you can just put 15 cards in and just water down your deck. It's a horrible strategy.
Oh,
but
I got you.
That is more of an option.
There was a hard number on how many cards you could have in your hand, which was what, is it 60
Yes.
for Pauper?
Yep.
Yeah. So at this point, the range is 60 to 75.
Bingo.
Is what you're saying?
Yeah.
No less than 60 though.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. You don't have to run a sideboard.
Very nice. So I missed it there. I don't know if Andrew did what we were saying. Just pulled 8 out, put 8 in. Well, he definitely. I mean, if he pulled 8 out, he had to put 8 in.
These guys aren't going to be watering down their deck. It happens, but it's pretty rare. Like Cody's saying here in the chat, he's done it against mill strategy. Mill is literally when you're trying to put all of their cards into their graveyard, and then if you were to draw a card and you have no card to draw, you lose the game. It's a loose strategy. It's like, consider each card in your deck as a life point.
Mm-hmm.
The ratio of damage doesn't make sense. Like, you have to target them constantly.
Yeah.
You can't target those cards to the creatures. And then you have to deal with usually, like, I don't know, on average, let's say 45 cards instead of 20 life. And cards just don't tend to interact with the graveyard in that manner.
That's as good as our best nights.
Yeah.
So far.
Yeah,
Really.
baby.
Back getting those numbers boosted back up. Thanks for everyone that's out there joining us right now, and everyone that's in the chat. Cody's.
Let us
really
know if
bringing
you
it
like
in.
Pauper, if there's any other formats you want to check out. We're kind of open for anything. We're kicking around the idea of Pioneer next week. We've got some other players interested in that. We'll probably keep it to 8-man pods for the time being. Just, we only have X amount of space.
Yeah, 8's a good number, even in the sense when we're doing the end AFRPG.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we have 5 players, and then me and you, like 8's any more than that, it gets a little crowded in our current studio space.
So here at the Pro Play, we stream a few different things. Magic on Wednesday, and then completely original game called the AFRPG, excuse me. So it's an action figure RPG. That's how we started this stream. We've really been building it off of the back of that game. And tomorrow for the stream, we're going to be dissecting the rules and really...
fine-tuning them.
Bingo, yeah. Just...
I look at it like the cake's already been baked. We're just decorating it right now.
Beautiful analogy.
Yeah. So all of that pre-stuff has been done, and it's now decorating the thing so that it's pretty for everybody else, because really we all run off of our eyes.
If you
And
like
it looks
game
pretty.
balancing, come by tomorrow, check us out, because that's what we're going to be doing for the stream. We're not going to be playing, we're just going to be dissecting the rules. And I
If
know
you're interested in learning the rules in that sense
Yeah.
too, and hearing about it more, so when we do go live with the game with a fresh new campaign, you'll have a little better sense of everything that we're talking about until we can actually get those rules to you in hand or on your screen, which is the hope.
unfortunately, Nuka, I don't think we're going to be covering character builds. We will probably just send you.
Does she have the file for the character sheet?
I don't think so. We should just send her the file, the whole
Yeah.
file we got.
Yeah, we'll send.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we can, we'll try to do that tonight or tomorrow, so then you can attempt it. If you can do it, you can do it. We're not going to make any promises that we're going to give you all the information, and that's no intention on that. It's just what we end up discussing. But if we do go into character build, which we should at some point,
Yeah, I just
That
don't
would
think
be a
we'll
good night to
hit
do
it
it.
tomorrow. Yeah.
yeah,
This will be for probably next week or
2 more weeks.
tomorrow and next week. I think we'll have it pretty concrete, and then we're gonna get rule books printed, and hopefully we'll have those available for people watching.
God.
So, looking back at the game here, Jack exhumed that big snake, that 5/5 hexproof snake again, and is just bashing Andrew with it. Andrew just showed him 3 cards and said, "Hey, by the way, you're dead. I don't care what sexiness you have on that side of the field. I'm just gonna dome you in the face."
Wait, who just won?
Andrew again.
Clean sweep. That's our winner.
Yeah,
That's it.
that's the ball game, boys and
Easy
girls.
peasy, lemon squeezy.
So we're gonna get Andrew in here for the winners interview.
Oh,
And
you got the
we'll
sheets from
pull-
the snap. Okay, perfect. So
we'll-
Andrew, Nuka, sorry, Lucas.
Yeah.
Andrew is our winner. It just happened. I was looking at my phone, so maybe he can give us a little sample of.
Yeah, he'll be able to give us a play-by-play here. I'll have another match pull over so we can at least go back and forth and see kind of what's going on. Maybe Andrew will have some comments on the game, and we'll get him in the booth.
I don't know why we have these blazers on.
This is cool, dude.
Yeah, but we haven't even went to our camera in 2 decades. I'm sweating over here like a schmitzel.
It's
Yeah.
over, man. It's over that quickly.
We got a winner, chicken dinner.
All right. You're gonna have scooching or something here, Tony, Mr. Tiger.
Scooching all to the.
Yeah.
Let him sit in the middle.
He can straddle.
He can straddle the.
I'm gonna use the restroom.
Oh, wrong cam. There we go. So this is in the room here. We got all 8 players. Jack and Andrew are done. And it looks like Brandon and Xander are moving over to the stream table feature match. Xander was the one playing that mono black control list with the Gray Merchants of Asphodel. And Brandon was playing the Urza lands, the Urzatron deck, mono blue. So this should be a pretty interesting matchup. Fairly drawn out.
Okay.
A lot of back and forth. Instead of just burn matchups all fucking night.
Ugh, a lot of burn.
Those filthy casuals.
A lot of burn at the tables tonight, man.
So right now we got the loser Jack
Yeah.
with us, and here's Andrew. Andrew, you want to sit next to me here?
Oh yeah.
I got to be a disembodied voice. Winners get to have a body.
Damn straight, baby. All right. So Andrew, how's it feel to be the first actual tournament winner?
It feels pretty good. I had some pretty insane draws, so I think I got a little bit lucky, but the deck really carried me through. Black Red Burn is just like out the gate, you get really, really fast opening hands, and you have so much maneuverability, lots of ways to discard and draw cards, lots of ways to cycle through and find those burn spells you need to just close out the game really quick.
Very nice.
So.
I mean, that's exactly what all of your games looked like.
Oh, yeah.
As ending with a lot of 3 to your face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite one, that second game, was I cast Faithless Looting, and I top decked. It was like...
You top decked?
I top decked.
You cast Faithless Looting without having it in hand?
No.
Oh.
I drew it for turn.
Yeah.
And then I cast Faithless Looting, and I discarded Alma Veins and Fiery Temper, which are both 3 damage madness spells.
Mm-hmm.
And I had exactly the mana to cast them.
And who got you those veins? You're
welcome.
welcome.
I
You're
brought
welcome.
in the Alms of the Veins for Andrew.
You did too?
Had them. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's using mine though.
No, I brought in all 4. He's using mine.
No, you never gave me yours.
They're in there.
Where?
Well, he's using mine.
Oh. Yeah.
God damn it! Why did I stop and get them?
I didn't know you were getting them. So.
I was gonna have you sign them. Oh well, never mind.
I think the black red deck is a lot better, I think, than the mono red version of Burn in the format. Mono red, you get to play like Needle Drop and Curse of the Pierced Heart, which both are like ways of dealing damage that sort of go on over
Jack,
time.
why don't you come sit over here?
Yeah, what, Jack to...
I know it's unprofessional. These guys don't have blazers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're doing what we can here tonight.
I got it.
Thank you, sir.
I think the real like good card in that deck is Vampire's Kiss. That card rocks.
Vampire's Kiss does so much work. Casting one of those sets you for the game.
What's that? And what's that do again?
So it makes the opponent lose 2 life, you gain 2 life, and then it creates 2 blood tokens. And the blood tokens are 1 mana. You pay 1 mana, sacrifice it, discard a card, draw a card. So I'm always discarding a madness spell, which is usually just a burn spell, like a straight 3 damage. I have total upside in discarding it. And I don't lose anything. I just draw a new card. It's very, very, very good.
What would you say the most powerful card in your deck is?
It might be that, or like maybe Voldaren Epicure, honestly.
Really?
Voldaren
does a
Epicure
lot.
is really strong.
I think it's not that though.
'Cause
it is like
I was saying Faithless Looting.
I would say
yeah.
like
Yeah.
raw power, Faithless Looting.
Yeah.
Vampire's Kiss is like it is also draw 2, discard 2, and you get to pick when.
Yep.
Which is important with Madness. Like if you
Very true.
on turn 2, if you play a Vampire's Kiss, you're now set up to play your Madness spells for the rest of the game. Faithless Looting, you got to do it that turn, which is a big difference.
I was calling out your clutch play of go to end step, discard, cast it off of Madness. I mean, that gets me every time. Love that.
I think the black red deck has a lot going for it compared to the mono red version, just
Right.
because of mono red. You have these like very slow ways of reaching for the end of the game that basically only deal 1 damage at a time. Black red, your madness cards are Alms of the Vein, which deals 3 instead of 1, and Fiery Temper, which deals 3 instead of 1. So you get 2 more like lightning bolts, and you draw a lot of cards.
Oh yeah.
Card
draw-
velocity is
You
madness.
draw a lot of cards in that deck.
Oh
like,
yeah.
The blood tokens are good in mono red where they let you pitch your mountains, but when they let you cast a lightning bolt and still draw a card, it's pretty
Here,
good.
let me do my best Andrew impression. Yeah.
It's a really cool deck.
Yep.
I mean, just based off of this, do you think the format's balanced? Do you think this card, any card is too good? Are you nervous about any cards coming in double masters?
I'm excited for some stuff in Double Masters. There's some really
When does that
cool...
happen?
I don't actually know when that set comes out.
Dropping really soon.
Couple weeks now, I think.
Yeah.
And it's weird with all the supply chain things because
Yeah.
a lot of release dates are getting moved back and forth and things. So
Yeah.
I can't
Yeah.
imagine they're going forth. I gotta imagine they're going backwards.
yeah, you're
I
probably
mean, way to
right.
be optimistic though, but
Robert said, "Is there a way to register for these sort of events?"
Right now, Robert, I think we're keeping them just invite only closed at the moment, but there could be possibility in the future to look at
what's on the list? Is
organizing
what he's
something.
saying.
Oh, absolutely.
Is what
Yeah,
he's
right.
saying. Can I get on the list, please?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think Pauper's in a really good place right now. They had a recent round of bannings, not that recent, a couple months ago, where Galvanic Relay got banned. That was a really powerful Storm deck where you pop off and it's really hard to interact with. And even if you do have the interaction pieces, they can actually usually just cycle through the whole deck a second time.
My favorite part-
Shatterstorm got banned. There are still combo decks in Pauper, though. Mogwarts is a goblin-based infinite combo deck.
Yep.
That one's been performing on Moto, too.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's a good deck. And it's getting a new toy in Double Masters with Goblin that you can sacrifice stuff to exile the top card of your deck. It's basically, if you have that, it lets you run another set of win conditions. So the way the Mogwarts works is you set up an infinite combo that essentially allows you to continuously sacrifice the same creature over and over again. You sacrifice it to make mana with a card called Skirk Prospector that you kill a goblin and make a mana. And then you dump that mana into something that wins you the game. It's usually makeshift munitions, which says 1 mana, sacrifice a creature, deal a damage. We're getting Dark Dweller Oracle, I think it's called, in Double Masters 2, which says 1 mana, sacrifice a creature.
Cody's on
Jody
top
just
of it.
called
Hell
it,
yeah.
Yep, Dark Dweller Oracle is in Double Masters 2, which is 1 mana, sack a creature, exile the top card of your library, and you can play that turn. What that means is you can run essentially another 4 win conditions that also help you find your combo, and when you have the combo, you flip your whole deck over and you can play whatever you want.
Yep.
And that got downshifted from rare.
Yeah, it's a fun
To a
piece
common?
for it.
Yeah, they got aggressive in this. I was like, some of these downshifts, I'm like, good on you, Watsy. Good play.
It's gonna be a cool piece for that deck to play with. Bloodwater Entity is coming down to common. That's a blue-red flyer
Prowess.
with prowess,
Yep.
so it likes it when you cast non-creature spells.
Oh,
And when
really? I didn't
yeah.
see that. Hell
And when
yes.
it enters
Hell
the
yes.
battlefield, you can put a instant or sorcery spell from your graveyard on top of your library to guarantee that you draw it.
Mm-hmm.
You can play that with Delver of Secrets to guarantee that your Delver flips. You can play that with Unearth to unearth it and put Unearth back on top of your library.
All right.
Holy
It'll be a
crap.
cool pile of cards. I don't know if it'll be that good because I think it might be a little slow and a little bit inconsistent, but it'll be a really cool pile of cards no matter what.
Jack, being probably one of the most experienced Pauper players I know, are you in the school of thought that there should just be no Storm cards in Pauper ever?
I really like... So, my thought of what they let happen in Pauper is essentially every deck gets to have these really powerful shells without a lot of payoffs. So Storm is the best example because they'll let you play Dark Ritual, they'll let you play Manamorphose, they'll let you play Cabal Ritual. You have tons of these really rapid explosive mana cards.
Right.
And every time a new Storm card gets printed at Common, the deck pops off because the Storm shell's all there and it's waiting for a payoff. And I kind of love it.
Oh, really?
I kind of love having a couple weeks of chaos every time a Storm shell comes
You're a
through.
monster,
It was definitely super entertaining when
Goes against
when
the grain, like you said
Chatterstorm
earlier, right?
when Chatterstorm.
Shatterstorm
yes.
was too good. Galvanic Relay is equally clearly it was too good because it got banned. It was equally too good because essentially once you start going off, they can't stop you from going off.
Yep.
And Galvanic Relay is like...
But I mean,
Yeah,
like
getting off, going off and getting off, baby. That's what we...
I don't want to be stopped when I'm going off.
how do you can't feel bad about just losing to a bunch of 1/1 squirrels. Like someone kills you with a ton of squirrels.
I mean, Pestilence is in the format, right? Like,
Oh yeah.
Like, I
Pestilence.
love the Pauper Storm decks, but yeah, it probably the Storm cards can't stick around.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm completely on the opposite end of the spectrum. Every
Really?
time they print a common Storm card, I'm just like, come on, guys. Like, have we not learned this lesson yet?
Well, it's like eventually the rituals are gonna get banned, right? Like if a Storm deck gets to stay, the rituals are gonna get banned, and I would rather have the rituals stick.
I mean,
around.
historically, like,
Storm
so what do they
cards that
do?
It's cards, creatures, or damage. They are too good. Yeah, Storm cards that
Oh,
either
absolutely.
damage wins the game, cards will win the game, and creatures eventually win the game. They're
And-
all too good.
And
Yeah,
that's
like
one of
you
the
said,
best ways of
chaos.
mitigating that mechanic is just, why does Tendrils exist? Why does Grape Shot exist? Why do any of these storms that just like storm cards that jump that gap
Yeah.
exist? Make them have another card that they have to complete in the combo, or that
Yeah.
that your opponent can attack
Well, yeah.
or stop you from casting.
And
Right.
Galvanic Relay is like about as far back as they can get in terms of power there, because it exiles from the top of your library, so the cards don't actually go into your hand. Mm-hmm. And you can't play those cards until your next turn.
Yes.
So you have a limited time frame to play them, and you can't play them the turn you pop off. And it still completely controlled the format while it was legal.
I
It was
didn't mind
insanely
that
good.
card too bad. Like, just on paper when I read it, I was like,
Yeah.
this might be okay.
So,
But in
for-
practice,
For,
I'm sure it's
for
busted.
stream. This is a 3 mana sorcery with Storm, and it's exile the top card of your library, you may play that card next turn. Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Next turn.
Yep.
So
During your
So it's
next turn.
like,
Storm
it's
will
pretty
create a
conditional.
copy for each spell you cast before that turn. So they just cast a shitload of spells, cast Galvanic Relay, pass the turn, and then win next turn.
Well, what they would usually do is get to like 6 or 7
Right.
storm count, cast Galvanic Relay, and they would hope to hit a second Galvanic Relay so that on their next turn they go absolutely crazy and get the big one that actually wins them the game.
Sure.
And the problem with that deck is you have a second, right? You have a couple turns where they're still not winning that you could kill them if you were already ahead. If you weren't already beating their face in against Galvanic Relay and they cast the first one for 5 or 6, you probably lost the game. It was slower. You had like a chance. It didn't feel like you lost immediately, but you probably lost.
Right.
So, what do you guys think was the best deck tonight?
Clearly Andrews.
Well, I mean,
Clearly
I
Andrews,
mean,
you
not
won.
but,
necessarily.
you know,
Like, not
The guy
necessarily.
clean sweeped all night. 2-0'd his opponents.
I think that if I would have gone up against Damon's deck, I would have lost.
Damon
Well,
was
you
on.
didn't.
Yeah.
So tonight,
Yeah.
you had
Damon
the
has a
best-
very powerful deck.
Boros
and
is
tonight you had the best deck.
one of my
Fair
favorite
enough.
things about Pauper is that Boros is good. It's the only format.
Hey, modern.
Boros that isn't burn is good in Pauper.
How
Modern
did you
is just
deal with his Riverwinder getting unearthed and then getting the +1/+1 hex?
so.
I didn't touch
He
it.
just killed him.
So what he did was he blocked with a creature and sacrificed it in response so that I didn't gain any life, and that gave him the one turn he needed to kill me.
Yep.
He had a ton of gas. He was already winning, and he got me, and he prevented the life gain for one turn.
I cast Deadly Dispute,
Mm-hmm.
and I sacked my Epicure while blocking.
I was
That makes sense.
reaching for the cliff top, and Andrew just kicked me in the
Because
knuckles.
that is how I lost.
And what game was that in? That was game 2?
That was game 2.
Yeah.
So that-
Game one, I actually like. I really probably should have won it because Andrew was on no black mana for most of the game. But
Yeah,
my deck
and
is
Lucas called
yeah.
that where he was like he's getting bottlenecked because he didn't have the mana,
Yep.
and then that was almost moments after he
My-
killed the mana.
Yeah, he
My
ripped
deck
it right
is-
off the top.
Yeah,
Yep.
my deck is pretty slow, so it's hard for me to capitalize on that early. And I was getting there. I had like another turn or two. We both went to 1, but it was too late.
The turnaround moment was definitely when you cast the Denrova Horror.
Yeah.
Because it bounced my land, allowed me to discard my Fiery Temper and cast it, and then untap, play it, and then Searing Blaze him for the kill.
So,
Yeah.
Jack, one question I had watching your match, because you're playing a brew.
Yeah.
How much counter magic are you running in that 75?
So
Or,
main-
60, honestly.
Yeah, so main board, I have 4 Counterspell, 3 Mirror Shell Crab, and 3 Soul Manipulation. Soul Manipulation can only counter creatures, though. So for actual ways to interact with the burn deck main board, I only have 7 Counterspells, and then I have 4 sources of
I was
life
gonna say,
gain.
don't go to that unless you're going to complicate.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Whoa. That is... Brandon has a lot of lands in play.
So
They
we're
both
back
do.
on the board now with who do we have? We have Xander and Brandon playing
Yep.
for what position?
There's
Is this
no
3-4?
doubt that...
They both lost both their games, I think. So this is like losers bracket.
This is the losers.
the opposite of you two.
Yeah.
This is losers bracket.
Not winners.
What's
bracket.
that threat? What's the creature he has on the field there?
Looks like spined megalodon. This is Brandon's. This deck is
Brandon's Tron.
this deck is
Yeah.
Brandon's like very spicy brew. Normally Tron and Pauper is green for crop rotation. He has opted to go mono blue, and he gets to run spined megalodon, which Spencer found at a GP. It's a 5/7 with hexproof, and whenever it attacks, he scries 2.
Oh, so he's showing
There's
us
a
one of his
linchpin.
long plays.
Yep.
Yep.
Capsize.
The old EDH, or Commander,
Yeah.
for you newbies. Classic.
Capsize
Buyback.
buyback. Capsize buyback. Capsize buyback.
I got nothing
Outside
better to do
buyback.
with my life.
Oh, yeah.
Cody's asking for the deck list.
Brandon's mono blue one. Yep.
We will sell our deck list to you.
Yep.
Oh,
Yup.
Xander's murdering himself, and Brandon says no.
Brandon says
I'm gonna
nah.
murder you.
Countered.
This is how I like to see Magic play
Yeah.
out.
And
To
then
game 2?
Move to game 2.
Game 2.
Good.
Wait, are you
God.
serious?
What?
Jesus.
I thought we were gonna be calling it a night, boys.
Control versus
Wow.
Tron.
All right, fellas. Jack was on Mirror Shell Crab, yeah?
Yeah.
Thoughts on that in the mono blue Tron deck?
actually might be pretty spicy.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, that would be really good.
Doubles his interaction and a threat.
Mhm.
I'm a fan.
That would be very strong. Miracle Crab, so originally my deck...
Could you describe that card real quick?
Yeah, I just want to go... Originally my deck was a very standard... not standard. It was not a standard brew for Pauper, but it was a very like recognizable just blue-black control. A lot of removal, a lot of counterspells, a lot of big creatures. When Mirror Shell Crab came out, which is a 5/7 for 7 that you can discard to counter a spell.
Oh.
I added this Reanimator Graveyard package to my deck,
Yeah, we're
which
still holding strong.
I didn't go all in. People built a lot of decks around Mirror Shell Crab. I have a package with it, and I'm really pleased with how the deck's coming together because it has this great possibility to exhume a big threat early, or just control the game and start playing my big threats late. It's a lot of fun.
Well, they're going to game 2.
I saw that card pop up in some moto list, and I was just like, "Oh yeah, this is a real thing." Immediately, first view, and I was like,
"Yeah,
that's a real card."
Do you want to give it like a send off to anyone that's going to be dropping off here at all in the stream? So we're losing. I mean,
This card, I need it.
Yeah, we plan on streaming until 10 o'clock either way here. I know a few of us have to go.
It's 5 minutes though.
This is the loser match, as everybody knows. But viewers, thanks for stopping by. We hit some of our best numbers tonight.
We have 50 followers.
Woo!
Huge!
Followers tonight.
Hell yeah.
Which is big.
Thank you so much, everyone, for that.
I think it was Cody. I think it was Cody that
he
gave
was
it to
number
us.
5-0.
I think he was the 5-0.
Which I'm a little disappointed, Cody, because I've invited you to follow already. But
he waited though.
Yeah. He kept unfollowing and following. He's like waiting for it. Yeah. He wanted to be.
Chat the whole night. So thanks, Cody, once again for being in here.
Hopefully we can get you in here one of these nights to play.
Well, don't let him cut in front of Robert. I believe Robert's first.
Robert did ask.
Yeah, hey, I mean,
first on the list.
We should play some Highlander sometime.
That'd be.
Viewers,
another
if you have any formats you want to watch, I'll say this again. Throw them out there. We're kind of all over the place, and we can do whatever format people are interested in. Pauper was just easy for us to get together tonight. Everybody wanted to play it, and boom. That's why we did it.
When I watch YouTube videos, I just seen Commander.
Yeah, Commander's really popular, especially for content.
Yeah, if you're a filthy casual.
I watched Post Malone play.
Yeah.
Which was silly. I YouTubed, and that's the first one I see.
I won, Nuka. And Andrew, I won.
Champs right here. Get to the camera.
Yeah.
Switch the camera. We need a close up on this beautiful winner.
It's him. He beat me.
Yeah,
I lost.
Jack's the loser.
He was on some spicy Rakdos packs.
Yep.
What do you want to say, Andrew? With
Thank
this
you.
win?
Thank you
to
very much.
Who do you want to thank?
My Jack for bringing me the Alma Veins.
Yeah,
so
you
I
got
just
it.
be with
The
it.
one that killed me?
Yes, yep. The Alma Veins. What else? Who else?
The Academy.
The
Tolarian Academy.
The Tolarian Academy for
Blue mana.
Blue.
For
No, I
so
don't
much
play blue mana.
No, I know, but that's what it gives you.
Oh, okay.
Everyone who
All right, let's close her out, boys.
Yeah.
Thanks for viewing. This is our official send off, and catch you hopefully tomorrow, if not next week.
All right.
Wednesday at 7.
Kill it.
Bye.
Have a good night.
Wait, show them
Look at that
themselves. Oh, it's over.
Didn't get to it.
Wait, she said I'll work on your win.
She's gonna draw me a picture because
The
I
winner
won.
got a
Oh, hell yeah.
portrait.
She's gonna turn you into a picture.
Oh, really?
Yeah, period.
Ooh.
Yeah, you're
That's
dead.
awesome.
I'm excited.
Ah!
I'm excited.
If I run for
That was worth it. That was worth